foremost, ahoy and g'day once again to ye mateys. I be your doubtfully youthful and occasionally yodeling DM Josh the Pirate, and it brings me more joy than snuggling a freshly bathed puppy who has yet to find something new to roll in, to welcome you back to Corsair's Cove and my Humblewood world for some more of Midnight and Madness. Above me, I have me hearty crew. Now brace yourselves, it's the wise, the yeomanly Rachel Fukar, the yummy Jack O'Brien, and the yonder Ro. So let's talk about these lovely folks, shall we? Oh look, it's some excellent humans in the same stream. Yes, Kate, it absolutely is, and me as well. Hey, Rach, just to be clear, yeomanly in the stout and true definition of the phrase. That is what yeomanly is. I am informed means.
What's the other definition? You said that as if there were two possible interpretations.
Well, a yeoman was a sort of a particular class in sort of traditional English history, like sort of. It was
one who cultivates land.
Yeah, they were the farmers. They were a yeoman was a freeman who wasn't a landowner. So it's not a particularly high social class. So it could be seen as denigrative.
As someone who is trying to grow tomatoes and rainbow chard in my tiny courtyard of the place that I rent, I feel like it's an appropriate definition either way.
Cool. Excellent.
So I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it.
Clip goes up tomorrow. Right. Josh the Pirate hates the working class.
I am now looking up what rainbow chard is.
It's fancy spinach stuff. I don't know. It's fucking delicious. I like it. Anyway, hello. My name is Rachel. I'm a writer, actor, creator, art. You can find me on various social media at Rachel Fukar, and I will tell you about various creative things that I do when I do them, such as my book, Rings of Mars. There's farming on that too. I like growing things and eating them. That's why I'm never gonna get pregnant.
Wow. What? That escalated very quickly.
Wow. I think you've been playing Curse of Shroud too long, mate.
Wow.
So we gotta get out of here. We gotta kill this motherfucker.
We gotta get out of here.
The bone grinder is not it's not an aspirational. Jack, who and what are you?
I am told I am a Hullman, but I'm not sure.
Huge.
Hello, everybody. Correct. Yeah, well, no, sorry. I'm gonna refrain from the joke I was gonna make. Hey, everybody. I am Jack. You can find me on sorry, I am quite tired because you can find me at Jack's Wearpack, where we just did a whole bunch of charity runs, where I did Ring Fit Adventure. That charity is still going, by the way. That's fundraiser. So you can find all the information there on twitch.tv/JackSquarePeg. We beat our goal four times over, if my math is correct. I asked for $50. We raised $250 for Australian Animal Rescue Incorporated, which is fucking dope. And I'm very pleased. You can also find me at www.dungeonmasterforhire.com.au. Thank you.
So what you're saying is don't leave Rach with the children for more than a few days, otherwise she would probably have increased their mass. She likes to, fatten them up, as it were.
I'm building a house made of gingerbread.
Yes, keep Rach around for
on the other hand,
I can't quite reach that
if you happen to want some your independence back.
Yeah, look.
Yeah.
Fortunately, Rach has been on the record for the entire time I've known her as not wanting children. So
this is true.
I think you're both on the same page there. Like I'm not seeing a problem.
I don't think the children want you either. Hey Ro, who the heck are you?
Well,
yonder
I'm
over there.
Ro, and I'm over yonder.
Very good.
I am a Perth-based educator and theatre maker. You can find me here on Mondays, and also on Instagram at Cradventurers, where you can see photos of my dog Charlie with the large ears. photos of my travel adventures and upcoming projects. And recently, I've been streaming occasionally on my own channel to play some video games, and it's been fun. So you can come and watch me there as well if you'd like.
You're in double digits of followers as well. It's not like no one's watching.
Well, no one was watching.
It's pretty
but
sick.
now there are.
Make
yeah,
sure
I mean,
to
No, last time there were some
click
people watching.
VODs on, by the way, Ro, so that way I can watch retroactively and go, woo!
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm learning the thing.
Publish
I
the
was like,
builds.
I made a mental note last time I checked because you went live and I was like, didn't notice until after you went, and I was like, ooh, I want to watch the VOD, and it's not. So yeah, I'll happily talk you through it if you like.
I will do that. Sorry, Kate. I was talking about like previously no one was watching until now there are.
Kate's used to it.
And Kate was
she's
there
been in my
watching.
stream occasionally, and she looked after me, and I'm like, oh, I like you for your sword. She got very offended. It's true.
I found out Kate speaks French yesterday because I had a French viewer come in,
I'm
and
in
Kate
no
was
way
just happily
surprised.
having a French conversation. I was like,
Oh,
wow.
that's awesome.
Yeah. If and when I discover Kate speaks 5 languages, can do really hard sums, blow glass, all of these things, I'm just not surprised at all. Yeah. And mesdames et messieurs, dames und herren, and beings of indeterminate gender and persuasion, I be Josh the Pirate. You can find me here on my channel Corsair's Cove, where I run D&D and other RPG-related games with my lovely wife Karen, the mother of bunnies, and all my splendid friends. And that number of splendid friends is not increasing, but there's going to be a lot of them on the channel this week, because starting on Sunday evening, 7 p.m, so right this time, but on Sunday, we are having our International Talk Like Josh the Pirate charity marathon, 28 hours of D&D and other RPG games, all in aid of childhood cancer support, and it's going to be hecking fun. The list of people who are coming to be a part of it is quite insane. Here, let us have a look. We have the Queen Bench, we have Renegade Chicken, the Maharishi, D20, and Chuck from Troll Lord Games. That is just the first of the games. Then Ardana will be joined by Lilith, Sen, Tony Karlstrom, by Firelight, and Boris, who is one of the followers of, who is joining us from the Lost Archives. Then Des from the Eldritch Scribe will be running a game for AJ Cross, who is also an Eldritch Scribble. Geo from the OzQuest crew, Patch from Quest Junkies UK, and Sky McSparkles, who is also a DM over at Quest Junkies as well. Then Owen from the Lost Archives will be running a game for David from the Lost Archives as well. Agent Number 1 is coming to join us. Devon Knight from Rolling Together. Karen will be playing in that game as well, as will Catalyst, which is very exciting. Then Game 5, Karen and I will be doing an underwear-only run of Baldur's Gate, which is going to be quite silly and fun. Yes, Ro?
Is that the characters?
Yes.
In the video game?
Not us. The characters.
I mean, if you were going to commit to theme, then...
I feel like that's a different kind of. This is a children's charity.
It is. Yeah, okay. Well, yeah, it's a children's charity, and you decided to do an underwear run.
Well,
so...
no, Karen wanted to do a
then
naked
again,
run.
if the donations.
Well, maybe we'll see. Maybe that's a goal.
Put that one on at like 3 a.m. or something.
That is an 11 a.m. Monday game. Then game number 6 will be Promethean, the Dreaded GM, and Terrace joining me for some major Magicka. And then game number 7 will be next episode of Humblewood of Midnight and Madness with a couple of special guests. Jack will not be joining us, but we will be temporarily replacing him with Ellie B and Pesh from Tales of Pesh, the other Josh, the other Josh, actually. Because
there'll be 2 extra people,
there will be, thus far, 4 Joshes. International Talk Like Josh the Pirate Day, because the Dreaded GM is a Josh, Devil Knight is a Josh, as is Tales of Pesh. So we have almost enough for a full Josh game, but they couldn't all get together at the same time and place, sadly. But never mind. I think I have a shirt with boobs drawn on it, if you're all very generous. Karen does indeed have one of those. I remember it fondly. We are also sponsored for this by the incredible Wooten Forge, the wonderful Roll with Advantage, and the splendid Troll Lord Games are all contributing prizes for it. The Wooten Forge folks have sent us a couple of adventurers' chests for made of the gorgeous Jarrah, like this one. This is a dice keeper, so it's a little bit bigger. The adventurers' chests they have exactly the right amount of space for one set of dice and a mini. This is an adventurer's chest, so they're quite sizable things. They're about the size of my hand for scale, and they can get laser engraving and thing on them. They're extremely pretty. Roll with Advantage have sent us 6 sets of dice, including one massive, and I want to share this one with you all because it's freaking cool. This thing. It's in this beautiful little black furry sack. Look at that. This is a 100, a D100.
It's even bigger than mine. That's dope as fuck.
Let's find a standard
like a
size mini.
sized.
Standard size mini. Look at that.
Crazy.
And
There's
inside
something
of it,
floating around in it. Yeah.
yes, that is an eyeball. It is an eye of Sauron. But it always points up, so I can't really show the stream very well.
How do you work out what it lands on?
Well, you have to roll it in a tray, otherwise it'll probably never stop rolling.
Yeah,
it's like
correct. I can confirm. I've got one right here.
They've also sent us several other big chunky D20s and a couple of full sets of polyhedral dice as well. And then Trollord Games are giving us a bunch of giveaways for their online store, which is really, really cool. So yes, it's going to be amazing. Very excited for all of that. I will also be back tomorrow night for some more Baldur's Gate 3, and probably Thursday as well, because Humblewood of Monsters and Magic is ended, is over, is finished, is done for the now. So, I must also remind our hopefully in no way yellowing or yeasty, but certainly year-round audience to please like, follow, and subscribe to all the things, you bloody champions. We have all the exclamation mark socials. We have the U of the tube. And we have a Discord. If you want to come and hang out with us there. Check out all the episodes you may have missed, all the other things. Head on over to those places and click on all the links and subscribe to all the things, and it makes me feel very good about myself. At least one of you is made of bread. Well, we don't know. Lost Archives is raiding. Thank you very much for the raid, you bloody champions. Oh, and you bloody wonderful individual.
Bloody individual!
Bloody individual! How are you guys? Good to see you. Thank you very much for the raid, you excellent individuals. We are just beginning. So I think it would be a good time now to firstly just quickly shout out the Ukrainian people, who are having a bit of a rough time of it right now, as you may have noticed. The Ukraine is currently being invaded by Russia. If you're been living under a rock for a while, you might not have heard, but otherwise, and that has generated a fair number of refugees. So if you do have any spare pennies in your digital wallet, please consider checking it over at the Emergency Action Appeal, which is the link in chat. Thank you very much for your time. Now, our raiders, we do need to catch you up so that as we head into the game, you'll know what the fuck is going on. So, Rach, what the absolute heck happened last time? We have just begun.
So glad you asked. Last time we began as tiny creatures in tiny cages trapped in the basement of the Bone Grinder, which, might I say, is a new low point for this group. Trish, myself, was turned into a cat, Smoothie into a Tasmanian devil, and Selenox into some kind of lemur mouse thing with massive eyes. There was also a little monkey who we'd never met who was there, but he seemed very friendly. Trish managed to get out of the cage by having Smoothie pull a long splinter off of his cage and using it to pick the lock, because she is great at picking locks. Sadly, the splinter was good for exactly one use and snapped in half when she tried to free Smoothie. This led to Smoothie doing the logical thing, hamster wheeling his cage up to somewhere high, then suplexing the ground in the hopes of breaking the cage, but not himself. Smoothie is having a time. He's really leaning into the animalistic vibes here. While Smoothie practices his backyard wrestling, Selenox, having failed to brute force her way out of the cage, spots some keys hanging on the wall and is staring at them like they owe her money. She stares so intensely that after a while, she fucking teleports to them, having Which, since when can Selenox do that? Is this a Selenox thing, or is this a lemur thing? Can lemurs teleport? We don't have time to ponder it, because now she's hanging dangerously high off the ground, holding onto the keys with her tiny little lemur hands. Eventually, she slips, which is when we discover that this creature can also glide! Talk about hitting the mysterious creature jackpot. Trish decides to help the little monkey stranger, Mai, get out of his cage, which is tricky because it is not easy to pick locks when you don't have thumbs. Fortunately, help comes along in the form of Chet, Trish's sweet little statue friend, who is not so little by comparison anymore. Chet has chosen this moment to finally reveal themselves fully as a baby mimic. And it takes a huge bite out of the side of Mai's cage. Very cool skill, little buddy. Glad to have you on the team. Whilst this is happening, Smoothie defeats his cage in single combat. And now we're all free. And it's time to arm ourselves. We go into the next room within the little basement and find out where the sausage is made. Which, do yourselves a favor, never find out where the sausage is made.
You have to ask, you can't afford it.
Sorry, Selenox. Selenox finds a knife that is about the right size for her to use as a greatsword, and Trish, with the help of Mai and Chet, who have thumbs, Scrouch crafts a scabbard by giving them clear instructions, Ratatouille style. We also make Mai a little shield, because Mai seemed like they needed a shield. While Trish and co are scrounge crafting, Smoothie reaches out to our pal Esmeralda, but she is at least a day away from the bone grinder. Very inconvenient. Now that we're all slightly better armed, we peek out the trapdoor to get the lay of the land. The younger Hedge, whose name I have forgotten, is doing dishes on the ground floor. If we can cause a distraction, we might be able to get out of here. Luckily, Magic Boy can still do some magic. He becomes invisible and knocks over her chopping board. Veggie's on the ground, Team Critter on the move. We get outside and meet up with Soot, who is confused at first until Selenox explains things and also asks for a piggyback ride. We then start to make our way up the bone grinder because there's a book in this building that'll turn us back, and we are not leaving without it. We scope out each level to find out where everybody is. Then we go into the floor with the bedrooms where the book is kept. Conveniently, the only unoccupied floor. But it doesn't stay that way for long. Smoothie's crush is coming down the stairs. Everybody hide! Trish, Selenox, and Soot are in the wardrobe. Mai is outside, and Smoothie ducks under a pillow. Sadly, the intruder is Sweepy. Having an evil adoptive parent really takes it out of you. She lays down in bed and immediately discovers Smoothie. Smoothie, even in his animalistic state, is incapable of lying. He tells her that we're here to get the book back so we can turn back into ourselves. Then, of course, we will steal the sword, because that's why we came here in the first place. She tries to convince Smoothie to flee, but he's having none of it. She also mentions that she's bound to the other two people who are there as part of a coven, and hints that perhaps she can be unbound. This merits further investigation, but not here! She agrees to meet us tomorrow and transform us back, but we must leave now! So, we do that, because she seems fairly honest. Also, let's be real, as tiny critters, we have no position to negotiate. We leave the bone grinder without being wrapped in pastry, which is more than can be said for most of its guests, hoping that the girl we met yesterday is as trustworthy as she seems. And that's where we are.
That is indeed where you are. Very well done, Rachel. Thank you very much for an excellent recap. It's like Rach is an author or something. She's very good at the writing things. Exactly. Completely right, Bishop Blood. Alrighty. Well, mateys. I think that was very well said, Rach. So, may tiny dragons eagerly agree to carry you around and all your hands possess opposable thumbs as we head tremulously at first and then with mounting anxiety and dread into Barovia. So, We return to Barovia and to a decrepit windmill on the eastern heights of the Balinock Mountains, looking out over the valley in which Castle Ravenloft broods. When the gang first arrived here, the mill seemed recently repaired and rather tidy, the surroundings well tended and surprisingly even a bit sunny. However, it would seem this was an illusion. Making your exit out the window over Bella's bed, you descend the rickety awning and down to the ground. Selenox perched on Soot's back, Trish leading Mai and Chet, and Smoothie moving with a little awkwardly due to having a large book in his pouch, who brings up the rear with one last, possibly wistful glance over his shoulder at the pretty Terran girl who will hopefully help them later. Fun story, I actually checked this. Most marsupials, male marsupials, do not have pouches. Well, this is the fun thing. So there are exactly two kinds of male marsupials that have pouches, and one of them is the Tasmanian devil. The other is
scientifically accurate.
Yep, the water opossum. It turns out the reason for this is both of them swim. And they need somewhere warm to keep their junk. That there is a science fact for you. There you go.
Can you clarify junk, please?
Genitals.
Don't know what I expected. Okay.
What's kind of fun about that is that it means you've put it in your underwear, essentially.
I'm not going to tell them that.
No. It's probably best. I was like, is it weird that
this-
Smoothie is technically a female Tasmanian devil? No, it's not, because he's not.
No.
He's a boy.
No.
Cool.
This leather feels nice.
Sure. So,
You did
Bella,
this to you.
I very much did it to chat. So, Bella has advised you to head back up the road towards Valakai, a couple of miles, and a little off the path is a small abandoned home where you will wait for her. Presumably, you do this, yes?
Yes.
Cool. So, in what manner are you all travelling? I presume Selenox is remaining on the back of Soot.
Regally.
Regally, yep. With your tail wrapped around his barrel so you can just sort of sit there quite easily.
Yeah, I will be moving as stealthily as possible because being this small makes me nervous.
That's smart. Selenox, is Soot flying?
Yes, but close to the ground. Like
Right.
skimming between like things to hide in. So once there's trees and stuff, he might go a bit higher, but I keep him in
quite low.
amongst things to hide.
Very well. Smoothie, are you doing anything specific? Or are you just sort of travelling as quietly as possible?
No, I don't really. I think it's probably best just to get out of Dodge as quickly as we can. Just get to safety, whatever that is.
Very well. Your senses are alive to the many sounds of the night in a way that I doubt they have been before. Every twitch of the grass and chitter of a critter in the distance pricks your awareness. Smoothie, your sense of hearing isn't as good as it used to be, but your sense of smell very much is improved, and both Selenox and Trish have improved hearing and smell to what they normally have. So, yeah, this is kind of it's a little overwhelming, I think, just being assaulted with this. So can I get you all to please make wisdom saves? Or intelligence if it's better, but I don't think any of them are. A 3 from Trish Catper. 27 from Smoothie, and a 17 from Selenox. Very nice. Trish, you are a little while, you've been traveling for about 10-15 minutes. You have sort of taken the lead. It's not unusual for you to do this anyway. Like you don't tend to be the trailblazer, the trail finder, pathfinder. That was the word I was looking for. And
Different game.
yes, and you sense off to the side you have your predator instincts kick in almost like without you realizing. A field mouse scampers across in front of you in the long grass, and you go off after it. You do not even think about it. You are pursuing this mouse. Can you please make me an attack roll? I think a dex-based attack roll.
Oh, okay. Okay. I'm just gonna roll a 20 because I know I don't have my weapons, obviously.
Yeah.
Do we see this happen?
Trish just pounces. It's a 7 plus 5 though, because dex plus proficiency. So yeah, Trish, you nab yourself a little field mouse, and it is in your mouth, hanging limply, before you really get a chance to say, wait, hang on, and override your instincts. It is not dead. It is, but as many rodents and small animals, when they are captured, they do tend to go limp. Just sort of like, don't fight it. Just let's see how this plays out. And so yes, you have a limp but breathing mouse in your jaws. The little thing drops to the ground and just vanishes.
Yeah. You okay?
Why did I do that? Why did I do that?
I don't know.
Why is my tongue so stick? Are there like needles on my tongue?
Oh yeah.
Look at my tongue.
Chet,
Is it like
Chet, like
sandpaper?
raccoon hands, like holds your face open, and like just raccoon little looks inside and goes, sticky.
I feel like there's hair caught on it.
Like Chet tongue. And Chet opens its mouth, and the head and a good proportion of the neck and back peel backwards open into this huge mouth. And the tongue comes out, and it is barbed, clearly barbed. In a similar way, but significantly larger. It is... I've used this before, but it's easily the size of a naan bread.
Okay. You good?
And then the mouth closes back up again, and Chet looks a little embarrassed to have done that. Normal. Normal for cat. We cat.
Yeah, all right. Let's become not cat soon. I don't like it.
Not cat. Bad cat.
We're,
Cat strange. We be half.
we going to sleep? I ask because I can probably help with that. Maybe. You felt like you need attack?
Yeah.
Like you lost control?
Yeah, I saw that mouse and my brain just switched off. It was weird.
Okay. Well, let's try this. And I will cast Calm Emotions for what it's worth.
Cool. How many people does that affect? Like everybody in an area?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, cool.
If everyone's willing, it would affect everybody. It only lasts for a minute, but like it's probably more for like the placebo effect, if nothing else. Like
I love it actually, and I think it basically Trish, it like resets you. And your mind clears a little bit, and you're like, yeah. In fact, all of you find that, yes, I was a little bit... The animal was coming out. In fact, Smoothie, you're allowed to interpret this however you like, but...
Yeah, no, I feel better for a second.
And it's like just having a factory reset on your brain. It may come back over time, but yeah.
Huh.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks for that.
That's okay. Should we keep going, or do you want to stop for a second?
No, let's just get to safety. Let's keep going.
Okay.
Okay. So, there isn't a huge amount of woodland up here. You're on a mountain. But it's mostly rocky scrub with patches of grass and the occasional stand of stunted trees. Out in the darkness, there are now noises, sounds, but can I get you to make a very specific hearing-based perception check? So I believe 2 of you have advantage.
Excellent. Ah.
21.
Nailed it. Who needs advantage?
Doesn't
It's,
hurt.
it's perception, yeah?
It is perception. How'd we do?
13 with advantage.
And a 16 from Trish. I love that Selenox is the one that got the lowest here. Out of
She's still pretty scared about the fact that
yeah.
her brethren in the forest just got almost eaten.
And yeah, it's funny, but I think she's a little preoccupied with that fact, like overthinking it, because she's the one who doesn't hear this. There isn't out of the darkness comes the almost imperceptible flutter of wings. Smoothie, you're the one who hears it. You are the one who hear it with anything like enough time to do something. You have an action as you hear the flutter of wings.
Okay. All right. I am going to. Actually, it's been a second, so I'm just going to see if there's any Tasmanian Devil stuff that I can just use, because I imagine there's something about intimidation in there. But I have no idea. Stand by.
Yep, no worries.
Okay. Let me see. I need lots of sleep. All right, because it's not actually Tasmanian Devil; it's a drop bear.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, here's my question. In the moment, based on the fact that Tasmanian Devil is called that because it had a particularly fucking scary scream, and that's why it was called that in the first place, could I attempt an intimidation check? And if so, would I get advantage in this context?
No, but I will.
if not.
I will lower. Like I will take in mind that about it, but I won't give you advantage.
Right. Okay. Then it's not worth it because I've only got a +3.
Give it a go unless you've got something else.
I mean, I could kill it, but I don't really want to. Is the trick. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. Let's try. I mean, sleep will probably do it. Let's just do that. So I'll kind of react and just go, stop! And I will attempt to put to sleep whatever this thing is coming for us.
I love it.
So that
is sleep a vocal components only?
No, it's VSM, but it's like a pinch of fine sand, rose petals, or a cricket, so it's not valuable shit.
But you still don't have it.
Well, everything requires components, technically speaking, otherwise I'm useless.
Okay. I would say there is sand underneath your paws, so that would work.
Okay, sure.
But if it requires fingers, is the trick. Can you make me a dex save? I've seen the roll. That would be sufficient. But it was a dex check, but a save is the same, basically, I think.
13.
Yeah. 13. I will allow it. I like this plan. This Smoothie's instinct, Selenox passing just over your head, the claws swooping for you, but just sort of slapping on the side of your head because this creature is now asleep. A large tawny owl passes almost silently over Selenox's head. It was clearly going for you, but at the last second, Smoothie just put it out and crashes down into the brush next to you, Smoothie, like about 10 feet away from you.
That's what you get!
It instantly regains consciousness because it was traveling at a fair rate of knots and crashed because it was flying when you put it to sleep. So it lands and immediately like, fuck, what the fuck was that?
Fuck off!
There is now a confused, angry owl about the same size as Smoothie and Trish, significantly bigger than Selenox, sort of on its back, sort of trying to right itself. What do you do?
Selenox and Soot are gonna hide behind a tree. Like, I think Selenox has gone into full, like, I'm prey mode, like, just like, and then Soot does as well. So we, like,
Okay.
hide.
I realized I have thaumaturgy, so I think I'll just do the intimidation plan that I had in the first place. But
a good
with
idea.
it on his back and just go, fuck off! But it's like, fuck off!
Soot, actually, there is no trees around. The nearest is about 70 feet, and it's the direction the owl came from. So...
Anything we can hide. The closest
best-
thing
The
to
best
hide
thing to
behind.
hide behind, the largest, most intimidating thing to hide behind is probably Smoothie.
Sure.
This is hilarious.
So
What a juxtaposition.
Soot swoops down and sort of lands behind Smoothie and arches his back like, I'm gonna make myself look big, like an angry cat. Yeah, there are 3 angry cats, I imagine, down here, as well as a marsupial. And Smoothie, you cast Thaumaturgy and just like, fuck off. You will definitely get intimidation with advantage if you're using Thaumaturgy.
Yeah. All right. I'd say 22.
Nice. Yeah. Killing it. And an 18 and a 19 as well on the dice. This owl sort of rights itself, screeches at you once, and then fucks off. It was like, I don't know what happened there, but that guy and me, nah, let's not. There are easier things.
Yep.
And anybody who's listening for it, Trish or Selenox particularly later, hears a small screech of it getting something else about 10 minutes later. Probably
that mouse.
Yeah. that poor little guy's not having a great night. Well done. That was fun.
That felt really good. Is that how you feel all the time, Sel?
Selenox is gonna like full like trying to do her
Puffy feathers.
normal like feather floof that she does, but it's not working because she's got fur instead of feathers, and she's just like real like.
I hate this.
It's fine. Come on, Soot. Fine.
I love it.
Did I? Oh. Alan? This is good. Keep going. I will share a slightly guilty / awkward look with Trish though, and just like, did I? I'm just like, okay.
And Soot once again takes to the air, but does not fly more than 2 feet off the ground after that.
And we stay really close to Smoothie, but we're like not being obvious about it.
Yeah. Feels good. I like being a protector. It's really
I love that that's how they sound. Another half mile or so further on, perhaps 15 minutes and small feet, you can see the foot track diverts from the main path and winds down into a small stand of pines sheltering in a gully. Amid the trees, you find a humble 2-room shack with a woodshed and an outhouse. The door is open and creaks gently in the breeze, but no noise comes from within.
Do you want to do a bit of a scouty scout, Trish, or?
Sure.
Okay.
I'll check it out.
Trish, you
Alright, I'm gonna go
head on in. Yeah, make me a perception check. And I'm not even having you roll stealth because your stealth is ridiculous as cat. So there's just no need. In the dark, you have advantage. So yeah, your passive stealth is ridiculous. A 12. Inside the house, actually you have advantage. Because in the dark you're using mainly hearing and smell.
Superb. Oh, that's better. 25.
25. Okay, good. Yeah. Trish, inside the house, the main room is lightly furnished. It's 20 feet square with a wooden table, 3 chairs, a counter for food preparation, and a stone sink. A pair of rocking chairs sit by a fireplace that has been laid but not lit, and a threadbare rug lies between them. A light coating of dust covers things, though it is clear that someone has been through here semi-regularly, from the footprints in the dust. In fact, with a 25, you can determine that they have a preference for one of the rocking chairs. They come, they sit for a while, and you would guess they don't seem to do very much. They just come and show up and be there for a while and then leave. You can, however, also smell blood. There is a single door on the inside. You would guess it leads to the other room. And yeah, from beyond that door, you can smell old blood. As in dry, like at least a month old, probably more. It's not a horrible smell, but you can smell it. Like it's, yeah.
Can I get into that room?
As a cat, it would be difficult. The door is closed. There is a latch handle though, so you can probably manage it.
Do I hear any movement on the other side of the door?
With a 25, no.
All right, I'll try and open the door.
Okay. There's an old bishop blood on the far side of the door. Yeah. Yeah. Make me a dex check. Acrobatics, actually. Let's have acrobatics.
Is my acrobatics different as cat?
It's basically one less, I think.
Okay, cool.
15. Yeah. Yeah, easily. You jump up, and the weight of the cat grabbing on pushes the door open just a crack, and you are able to sort of nudge your way inside and have a look. The room has clearly seen some violence. A double bed with a torn quilt, the bedding strewn across the place and covered in dried blood and stains. The small set of drawers has toppled over, spilling clothing and sundries across the floor. There are, however, no bodies. Looks like there was a fairly violent confrontation in here, but any bodies have been removed.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go back downstairs. I'm gonna say to my friends, it's safe. No one's here. Don't go upstairs. It's a bit gross. We better stay on guard. But come in.
Was there a question mark in that statement?
Yeah.
Did you say safe, like with an upward thing, like safe?
Yeah. Look, something
Okay.
clearly happened here, but there's no one here now.
Huh.
I don't see any owls.
Did you do your magic thing, me?
No, I didn't. All right. Good point. Thank you, Smoothie. I'm gonna do my magic awareness and have another look around.
Selenox is already inside. The second there's no owls, boom.
I mean, yeah, you can do... Trish, like everybody heads in, Trish does her magic awareness thing. Everybody sees what I describe. There was no upstairs. It was just a door through into the other half of the room. So, yeah, you go in and the door is still open because I doubt Trish bothered to close it. With that magic awareness, you do not sense any innate magic, anything here. There is... Can you make me an Arcana check, please, Trish?
Arcana. Okay. 8.
There does not appear to be any active magic here. As in fact, I phrased that wrong. There is no active magic here.
Well, that's good enough for me. Trish is gonna come back into the main room, decide with the 25 perception which chair is the comfiest and softest, and then I'm going to jump up on it and curl up in a little kitty cat ball.
Love it. Probably much of a muchness. The two rocking chairs have thin cushions on them, so one of those two. You would probably go for the one that is less dusty, because it's been sat in a few times. So probably that one. If you would like, you can make me a perception check when you sit on that cushion. Smell-based, so advantage.
I love to perceive.
I love to perceive.
17, I would give it to you. You think this might have been Bella sitting here.
Facts.
Okay. Well.
How long? So yeah, that's what Trish does. I would say Chet probably gets up on the bed, on the seat next to you, and curls up. Like, This is fun. We're fun. We're cat friends together. This is great. I love it. Selenox Soot does a loop around the room and lands at the fireplace, and looks at it, then looks at you and says, Soot? And says, fire?
So I'm gonna jump off and be like, well done, fine steed. And
Soot!
then-
Like, puffs out his chest, like, Soot!
and then I'll look at the fire, I guess. I don't know. Can I light a fire? I don't know. I imagine I would have that skill, but
Probably not as an animal.
probably not as a mouse. I don't know.
There would be
Do we have
flint and
matches?
tinder.
Do I have matches in my pouch? Yeah.
There would be flint and tinder next to the fireplace, probably for
Alright,
lighting fire.
sure.
However, Soot just goes, oh, and
Oh,
a
okay.
few sparks.
Oh.
He's not capable of a full fire breath, but he can a little gout of something that would light the tinder. Would
Little
definitely,
spark.
yeah. And with a little coaxing Selenox, you can definitely like do your little mouse lemur best to encourage the fire to burn. And between you and Soot, you get the fire going quite pleasantly, while the cats curl up next to it. Mai pulls himself up onto the other rocking chair, and it's like a 2-year-old sitting in an adult's rocking chair, like his feet are dangling, and he's just sort of, he curls his tail around himself and just sort of gonna just sit here and wait and hope to become a boy again. Smoothie, what are you doing?
Well, based on the stats that you sent me, he's probably, now that he's in the closest that passes for safety here, he's gonna start actively winding down, like kind of like watching a film reel starting to go.
Oh yeah, he needs to sleep as much as he can. Yeah.
Correct.
Sure.
More importantly, he realizes that he can, and he's like, and he'll find whatever passes for something comfy, and there's this tiny smile on his face as he's like, sleep is good.
When you start doing this, Mai actually says Smoothie, and pats the seat next to him, because there's more than enough room for the two of you on the other rocking chair. And then
Okay.
as you get up, he uses his tail to hold on to. There's a set of like fire tongs, and he grabs onto that with his tail and starts pulling, so he can start the chair rocking. And the two of you rock your chair to sleep. Lama la la ma 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 ma. Hey, thank you for joining us. Thank you for the that's very funny. I also really love the foxtail. That's cute. Hi.
Guess I've got first watch then. Selenox is like looking around like everyone's asleep. So like goes and like scurries near the window and is like sitting. Or is there a window or is it just
There's
a
a
door?
couple of windows. Yeah, there's a couple of
Yeah,
windows.
so she like climbs up and like sits in the window.
Selenox, you would also notice as you come in, like with the door open, you can both easily smell the blood in the other room. So, but you don't have to go and look at it. It's just you can both tell that there was.
I might see if Soot can close the door because I don't think I can.
Okay, yeah. Soot flies over to it and sort of with a bit of effort, like beating of wings, pulls the door. At least 2. He may not be able to get it to click, but yeah. Cool. So Bella said she'd be there in a couple of hours.
Yes. Yep.
I presume that is at least how long you wait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How long?
Not much else we can do.
Nope.
Actually, technically, that's not true. Actually, no, it might actually be true because components we've just discovered. But I am going to say, at least in my head canon, Smoothie could do it. But it's also kind of like, is she going to actually put her money where her mouth is sort of
Yeah.
thing. So it's like just
You're
as much
waiting to find
trust
out.
exercise as it is. Yeah. And then if she doesn't, then we'll figure
So
it out.
basically, the question is, how long do you wait? Because 2 hours comes and
Well,
goes.
I need to sleep for 12 hours, apparently, so
Yeah.
as long as I want.
Well, the point is, you can. She said when you found the book that you could probably cast the ritual without her. There is an element of material components. Hey, Tony, good to see you. But also just, do you want to wait for morning? Is everybody just sort of going to spell each other and this is a relatively safe place? If you are waiting to see whether or not it's a trust exercisey sort of situation, how long do you wait?
I'm going to tap out of that one because I think both in character and in the animal form, he'd be conked.
Yep.
So I'll leave that to you two.
I think unless someone says otherwise, Trisha's happy to wait till morning because I'm like, who knows what's going on her end? She could get delayed. She could have problems sneaking out. She could stab us in the back. It doesn't matter. We're inside where it's safe and there's no owls. We are tiny. I'm not leaving here until daylight because it's not safe for us to leave. That's the way I'm looking at it anyway.
Sure. So, Soot and Cell... Cell and Ox, do you have a different opinion?
I'm gonna get pretty angsty if it goes too far past what she had kind of said.
Mm-hmm. What is too far? Double?
Nah, I reckon in my current slightly hyper anxious mouse mode, I reckon half hour.
Right.
Like 2 hours. Selenox is in the window
Soon, right?
and then just for half an hour.
You don't have a huge amount of. You don't have a really good way of telling time, so it is a bit guesswork. You can probably from the setting of the moon, like the movement of stars and everything, have a guess, but it would just be a guess.
Yeah, I reckon Sel would be from spending a lot of time.
Definitely
on the march and stuff. I think she'd have a fairly good gauge around time passage. She wouldn't be dead on, but I think she'd be pretty close.
As
Close enough
Lama puts in chat, I really like that. That's pretty much what Cell looks like, looking out the window, with the tail behind.
But as she moves around though, it's like she gets more and more moving around the windows.
We really have swapped positions
until she goes and she'll go if no one wakes up and it's been 2.5 hours, she's gonna go over to Trish and be like, Trish.
What? What
Right.
is it?
So, but Bella should have been here by now. Should have been here. Yep.
Okay. Well, the bone grinder wasn't exactly easy to sneak out of. Something could have happened to hold her up. I say look. There's nothing we can do at the moment. We don't want to go outside while it's dark, given what happened on the way here. I think we should just sit tight until daylight.
But
if she shows up, great.
But what if she's not going to show up? And she told us to come here, and now she's told her mum that we're here. That would be bad, right?
That would be bad.
I got a sword, but it's small.
I hadn't considered them coming after us. Tell you what. Why don't I do a quick scope outside? I can see pretty far in the dark, and I can probably get up on the roof. Why don't I take a watch from up on the roof? And if I see anyone coming up the road, I'll come in and we'll get out of here before they even get close.
All right. So you're taking Overwatch.
Yeah, I'll take over. Go have a sleep.
That's okay.
Fantastic. Watch. Great.
All right, I'm gonna go up on the roof.
Cool.
Can I get up on the roof? I'm a cat.
Yeah.
I've got you. Can you, as a cat, get on
I
the
wasn't
roof?
going to make you roll for it. Yeah, no, you climb onto the roof. You actually don't even have to go outside to do it. There is a gap in the eaves easy enough for you to get out onto the thatched roof, and you can perch up there. Make me a perception check. Selenox, do you go to sleep, or are you too fucking hyped to go to sleep?
Oh,
I'm gonna try to go to sleep, but she's gonna like find somewhere that's like quite, like a small space in the room if she can.
There would be... I don't know if there would be any... It's not very well furnished. There might be like a jar or something, but what I would say is Soot sees you like looking for somewhere to be, and kind of Soot goes over and poses like, get on.
All right.
You clamber on, and he flutters over to where Trish was sleeping. Curls up where Trish was sleeping. He's about the same size. Chet sort of moves sleepily and then goes back to sleep. And he sort of takes you off his back and puts you in the middle of where he's curled up, in the donut, and then puts one of his wings over you.
That's nice. And so we're never speaking of this again, all right?
Sort.
And then yes, the looks goes to sleeping.
Trish, perched up on the roof on the top of the gables, you have a decent vantage point. About half an hour later, you can hear a single set of footsteps tramping. It, with a 26, it sounds like someone who is trying to be quiet, but not. You don't think it's someone. Definitely not someone proficient at stealth. But they are quite quiet.
are they coming from Bone Grinder
From the
direction?
road. From the road.
Okay, I'm with my someone who is proficient in stealth. I would like to sneak up to them to see who it is. I want to know if it's Bella or someone we need to be afraid of.
Very well. Stealth check, please. With advantage. Yeah. I think it's only a 31 because you have you're slightly less dexterous, but yeah, it's still over 30. You are as mist as you sneak up upon this. Even this Terran girl does not hear you.
Okay.
It is a Terran girl in a little yellow hood and cloak. She is carrying a small bag. As in, like, a traveling bag, like a backpack. And she, yeah, she is clearly trying to, her ears are up, and she is listening. You've seen Smoothie, you've known Smoothie long enough to know their hearing is quite directional, and she is listening behind her. Like, her head is constantly, like, she's always looking over her shoulder. She is trying to be quiet, not for where she is going, but where she has come from.
And it's Bella?
It's
Or
Bella.
is it
Well, it's a
unknown
Terran
Terran
girl in a yellow cloak.
Yeah, just check.
Yeah. The dress is
Okay.
the same.
That's fine, acceptable. All right. I will
I'm
make
guessing
myself
you're in a-
known to her by...
I'm guessing you're in a tree above her, like looking down.
Oh, it's like the Cheshire Cat.
Yeah, exactly like that. You make yourself
how do I
known
do-
to her. How?
Yeah.
Hopefully teeth first.
I'm gonna jump down from the tree in front of her and go, but then I'm gonna like drop the axe and just like wind around her leg.
She jumps, like, She starts a curse. She starts... By Kren! Hi.
Sorry, I
Hello.
couldn't resist.
Hi, you're very cute. Yes. Do you want to stay like this or not? That's not the right way to go about making me like you.
I don't care if you like me.
She scoops you up and tucks you under one wing and carries you back, patting your head.
Oh no! Oh no! I'm scratching.
Make a dex check, please.
Oh god. Before we even get her in the house, she's gonna tell
Parents are
Me
friends,
down.
not.
She goes, ah! All right, fine. Just don't jump out at me.
Okay, jeez.
Lead on. You found the place?
Yeah, I found it. Hey, have you been there before?
Sure. Yeah. I kind of like it there. It's nice.
It is nice. Have you been in both rooms?
Sure. I've had a nap on the bed more than once, yeah.
Okay.
It's kind of like a little bit of a fantasy of mine, to be honest. Like, I pretend that I've run away and I don't have to go back to all the killing. And, yeah, it's just this cute little place that I can call my own, you know?
Well, that's sweet.
And it's nice, it's just all neat and tidy and... Yeah, you lead her over there. She's like, sorry, it took me a little longer than I anticipated. I had to pretend... Well, I had to... Ophelia is normally the one that goes and checks on the animals. And I did it this evening. You're welcome. So that no one noticed your absence. And then I had to wait for them to both go asleep, and because of today's excitement, they were a little bit, like, wound up. So, yeah. And also then Ophelia wanted to talk to me about Smoothie, which was different as well. That was fun. I mean, I knew that conversation wasn't going to be amusing for me anyway, but this has added another layer to that.
Yeah, that sounds bizarre for you.
Do you have sisters?
No, only
Oh.
child.
I want to say lucky, but I'm not sure. Like, she's my sister. Like, we have each other's back, but at the same time, there is a bit of, you know, we don't always get along. But
I imagine there's pros and cons.
So, like, nobody. You grew up alone.
I had my parents.
Oh, sure.
I wasn't alone.
But like, did you have friends?
Yeah. Of course I had friends. Why wouldn't I have friends?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe you grew up alone on a mountaintop. Sorry, I don't know much about you. I was just trying to be friendly. Hey, we're at the house now. Yay.
Thank God.
Yeah, you get there, and
What is happening?
she comes in, and yeah, she shouldn't have tried to pick Trish up. Yeah.
Noted.
She comes in and sees all these cute little animals all snuggled up together, and she goes, "Is it bad that I don't want to turn them all back? They're adorable." Like, obviously I'm going to. Obviously, in fact, let's not wake them up just yet. If you want to go and have a nap, I mean, if you trust me enough to have a nap, you can sleep if you like. Oh, while I set up the ritual.
Trish pointedly does not close her eyes.
Valid, I guess. That's fine. Have you had a look around? Do you know if there's any salt here? Salt will be helpful.
I'll see if I can find some.
Thanks. The kitchen does have a small container of salt.
Alright. Can I drag it over with my teeth, or would I look silly?
You would definitely look silly. You can also do it.
It's over
you could-
here! It's over here! Meow, meow.
Do you meow or do you say meow?
Meow. Meow!
I think I say meow.
Try rolling your R's a little bit. It'll sound more believable.
Come over here, right?
As she comes over and says, "Oh, cool, thank you."
I'll have you know I'm very good at deceiving people when I want to.
Okay, so you just weren't trying. Cool. She starts making a salt circle on the floor. And yeah, she pours out. She's like, "This'll just about do, I think." I knew I should have brought some, but Mum would have asked questions. And yeah, she's like, "Oh, where's the book? Is it in Smoothie?"
I don't know if I would have taken it out. I was pretty tired.
She's like, "Any more than
I
this?
don't-
I mean, I know I need some candles or some lit tapers or something."
I want to say that I'd be smart enough to take the book out, but I get the feeling he would
love
have
it.
just gotten into the building and just.
She's like, "All right, well, I guess. Hey, Trish, would you mind waking them up? I don't want to startle them."
All right. I'm gonna go over to Smoothie and just be like, Smoothie, I need the book. I need the book, Smoothie. Give me the book. I need the book.
Okay.
Book.
Hey, Smoothie.
Mine.
Yeah, we need to get him turned back. Yeah.
All right.
Where's Selenox?
Where's
you-
Selenox?
You hear Soot blearily go, "Soot!" And Soot lifts a wing, and Selenox is... It's like a ring around a smaller ring of fluff.
Oh my god.
With one ear sticking up
Wish
in the
I
middle.
could make a painting with my eyes.
Yeah. And she goes, "Wow.
Just enjoy it.
Yeah.
This will never be repeated, trust me.
Oh, I'm sure. I mean, if you bring me the book, I can cast it again if you want to. If anyone feels any, like, buyer's remorse about changing back.
Maybe on vacation, this isn't bad. I feel good in this form. A little bit. But, book.
Yeah,
I'm
the book,
actually
please.
quite tired, though. And,
Yeah,
do
I
you
think
need me?
that's... yeah.
with
No,
some-
just the book. Just the book.
the
Although,
book?
if you want to help, you can.
Okay.
It was like one of those like did you want me to? No, I really hope you don't fucking say yes. Okay, fine.
She
But,
didn't say yes. She said, "If you want to."
Of course he's going to.
Yeah.
Like,
I know this. Josh knows this.
so yeah, he goes okay, and he will do exactly what she asks him to do, and then the moment he feels like he can get back to sleep, he will.
She's like, "Well, it's not actually a particularly long setup. It's mostly me. It's mostly on the chanter. It's really just we need to scratch some symbols in the floor with your claws. That'd actually probably be easy." So she shows you the diagram, and the symbols are not unpleasant, but definitely not of this plane.
Well-
Trish, you can make me a history check if you are also looking.
I am looking a little bit, yes.
Yeah. These look not dissimilar to the runes you have seen, like the Furus Ra rune and things like that. Like all of the elemental runes you've seen. They are not the same script, but it has a similar quality to it. Drawn on the paper, they do not seem to move at all.
Well, that's yucky and I hate it, but there's nothing I can do about it, so I am going to be standing between Bella and the exit, half watching her, half watching if anyone was following her.
Noted.
Just sort of on guard.
Okay. Yeah. she goes, cool. All right, so Smoothie, you aid... Yes?
No, I was just responding.
Uh,
Affirming.
You aid Bella in scratching out some symbols on the floor with your talons, and she says, it's a bit of a shame to, like, spoil the lovely hardwood. I think that the oiling job they've done on this is such a lovely... It's just so... It's, like, age-worn and smooth. It's gorgeous. And looking at it, you probably, neither of you have any idea what she's talking about. Like, it's rough. It's not horrible. You wouldn't get splinters from sitting on it, but it's not what she's describing.
I'm gonna put this in the later category. Once we've got our bodies back, I don't want her to have a nervous breakdown before we get our bodies back. Yeah. Okay. But he notices, yes.
Yes. She you finish doing that. And she goes, cool. Other than some candles, which I did pre-prepare, and she goes into her backpack and pulls out 6 candles, which are arranged in a, like, there is no particular sense to their location. It's not like equalized points around the pentagram. It's just one here. Well, they're very deliberately placed, but not with any logic that you could, that the uninitiated could perceive. It's just... that one there, and that one has to be there, and there's no symmetry or pattern that anyone could easily see. And she goes, cool. Other than lighting them and then doing the chant, you guys just need to, I guess, wake up now. Wait, don't actually wait. And she looks at Soot and Selenox, and Soot's wing is still covering most of Selenox, but the head is poking out. And she looks at them and then crouches down between Trish and Smoothie, like gestures them over, and then she holds up her hands and casts Minor Illusion, and it's an exact copy of the picture. And she's like, I can now do this, so I can save it. So if you ever want to see this cuteness again, just ask.
Yeah, I have a friend that could probably make it a tapestry. And what the face?
Rectify my friends. Just fix this.
Okay.
Selenox, wake up!
And she...
And Selenox, like, as she wakes up, she's like, ah! And she, like, jumps out of the chair and, like, lands on the floor with her small knife already. She's like, oh, God!
My goodness.
Don't touch my stuff.
Please calm down. Hi. Nice to see you again. Please don't muss up the salt. It's important that it stays like that.
Nothing happened. Nothing to see here.
Nope. That's cool. Cool. So, do you guys want to get in the circle? This is the part where you kind of do have to trust me, I'm afraid. Yeah.
All right. I get in the circle.
Okay. If Trish gets in the circle, I get in the circle.
Yeah. The little monkey goes, oh, is it time? Are we ready? Do I get to be me again?
Yeah, Mike, come on.
Before Selenox gets in the circle, she's going to very carefully remove the little thing that Trish made her, scabbard that Trish made her, and put it to the side so it doesn't get broken. And then she...
Llama, if you want to, go for your life. I love that. Excellent. Mai does a happy little monkey dance as he dances into the circle like, I get to be a Vulpin again. It's going to be a, yay, I'm a llama again. Oh. Chet perks up and looks down at Trish and says, Half?
Oh, I don't know if the spell would do something weird to you, but you be whatever you want to look like.
And mainly because she has not had the best interactions with Trish, Bella isn't gonna ask. She's just gonna okay, I'll just. So Chet is gonna sort of hop over next to Trish. He doesn't like being far from you.
So is he in the circle or out of the circle?
In the circle with you.
Smoothie, pardon you. Is that a good idea?
So horrible.
Is your friend gonna be okay in the circle?
Yeah, that's Smoothie. You know magic. Could this hurt? Could this hurt Chet?
I don't know what it is.
What is Chet?
He is.
Maybe Chet should
Not
just
under
stand
a curse.
Chet,
outside the circle.
Chet, you
Did I see I saw all that tongue stuff and everything else, right?
You've definitely seen the tongue stuff.
Okay.
At least once.
Chet, you change form stuff?
Oh, it's a shapeshifter. Yes, it shouldn't be in there.
Yeah.
Better
Chet,
stand
just,
outside, buddy.
just move to side, yeah?
Yeah, it would hurt it, and I wouldn't want that. You can be back with your friends in a minute, little one. Cool. And Chet moves reluctantly out of the circle.
I'm gonna like motion at Soot and get Soot to go and like sit next to Chet outside the circle.
Yeah, Soot and Chet sit both cat-like, but neither of them are cats. One's a raccoon now. He is shifted as he jumps back up onto the dining table. Soot flies to the top of the dining table and sits down and says, "Soot!" And in your heads, Trish and Selenox, you hear, "Chet!" And Chet looks up and sort of cocks its head and then jumps up next to Soot. And the two of them sit watching you guys.
This is very quickly becoming a 90s ABC TV show, just with a bunch of puppets, and I'm okay with it. just a bunch of and they're all freaky looking too.
Yeah. Yeah. This little dragon is mostly smoke. Like, don't forget that. So, yes. Seemingly at random points within the circle, the gang stand within, the caster chants the words. So, yes. You stand within the circle, and Bella sort of opens the book and takes a deep breath, and she is clearly, like, psyching herself up. And then she begins to chant in a language that none of you speak.
Yeah.
Tortured blue light pulses around you as the circle beats to the rhythm of the chant. Crackling green lightning coruscates along your forms as you lift from the ground, your bodies swelling and warping unevenly. The process is quite painful, and you suspect that you are grateful that you were asleep the last time this happened. Your vision swims as the world around you seems to shrink, the ground rushing up to meet you, sounds and smells changing in potency and intensity. And with a last cry, Bella finishes the incantation, her face flushed, and the book slams closed, generating a gust that sends the remaining salt gusting to the corners of the room and blows out the candles. There, back to your old selves, I think. How do you feel?
I look at my hand.
You do that.
I'm gonna try and floof my feathers.
You succeed.
Is it grey, furry? Everything's good?
Yes, you are back to your old self. You feel quite tired. Smoothie, you feel like you need at least 8 more hours sleep. But other than that, you have no ill effects. This could have all been how Trish became a werewolf. No, sadly not.
Yeah, that was totally deliberate, Bishop Bum.
Yeah. There she is.
We're back. And you're back.
We are back. All good. You just missed a really, really good description sequence, don't worry.
Are we on break?
No.
Nope.
No.
No?
You are, however, back to being normal Trish Capo.
Yes! Oh my god!
With you, standing in the circle, crouched and curled around himself, is a little Vulpin boy, aged no more than 8 or 9. The process was extremely painful. It felt like every bone in your body broke and reformed. And she, Bella goes, I'm really sorry, that looked like it hurt a lot. I may have done it wrong.
I think I'm already there looking over just making sure that there's no actual physical damage.
There is no physical damage, it just hurt a lot.
And I'll just go through the process that he will go through the process that he would have observed a bunch of times, like do this medical check.
Yeah, sure. I love it.
Go through the process.
Yeah, and it's more the interaction than anything else that sort of snaps him out of it a little bit. And he slowly comes around and makes eye contact with you and blinks up and says, "Are we? Did the lady fix us? Are we back?
I'll put my hand out and get him to touch mine so he can see.
Wow. Okay.
I liked you better, I gotta say.
Oh.
I'm kidding. That was a joke. It's all right. You're all good. Okay, so
You don't have
question.
that cool pouch anymore.
No, I'm worse. I'm worse off now. Yeah. It'll never be as good.
That hurt. That hurt a lot.
Where do you live, pal?
Oh, I'm from Valakai.
Okay.
Where everyone's happy.
Yeah.
Don't remind me.
Wow, you're a lot bigger. He looks up at Selenox and Trish. You look look really... Are you adventurers or something?
I'm going to take that as a compliment.
Oh,
Walk it off.
You
Why
look
do you
cool.
Why do you think I liked how it was, pal?
Yeah. Normally you're the small one, are you?
Yeah. Yep.
You still look pretty cool. No, they're all in their clothes. All of your stuff is back where it's supposed to be.
We anamorphsed it.
Yes.
Speaking of stuff, where's the book?
Bella still has it.
Is she holding it tight?
She is not holding it possessively. She's probably put it down, actually. I'd say she'll put it down on the kitchen table.
The minute she's not watching it, I'm getting it.
Oh, she's not looking at it with any degree of, need.
Good, I'm gonna squirrel it away subtly.
Sure. Okay, make a stealth check,
Encyclopedia.
Yeah, it's a decent size.
I seem to remember this was something we tried to do
What
with
Trish
the sword.
does is hides it under her cloak.
And there's a large.
A 20, yeah. She sees it. She does notice you take it. Her hearing is very... I rolled a nat 20, I'm afraid, for her to notice. But she's like, oh, if you need to keep it, you can. I mean, I suppose the question is what comes next.
Good question.
Selenox is going to check that she's got all her weaponry and armor and shield pockets and just a whole inventory.
I imagine it's when they when there's a film where they're All right,
Yes.
all the weapons in here, please.
Yes.
And it's just this huge mountain of
just
guns and knives.
like
yeah.
it's all
Yeah.
I'm just like the whole dining room table is just me being like, oh yes, and there's my backup, and like
Literally
is it all...
every cutting implement you've ever encountered, Selenox has put on her person in some place. The shield pocket particularly.
Yes, I definitely checked the shield.
Yeah, your steak is still in your shield pocket.
So I have to go through like a whole, like I ignore while I'm going through my routine.
I think I might have something, but it depends on what you think will happen next for you. Because I imagine if you leave, she can just tell you to come back, right? And you can't
pretty much
disobey?
It's not about the coven operates as one, and they outnumber me. Like if Ophelia and I both wanted to leave, we probably could, but Morgantha wouldn't want us to. But if Ophelia sides with Mum, I don't really have a huge amount of say in what happens. They're very magical.
Like I said, I think I can do something, but again, it depends. If you can just go, then maybe once we get our friend, you can find a place to stay. But if it's a magical problem, then I could make you dead, but not.
Excuse me if that doesn't seem like the solution you seem to think it is. In what way, dead?
Well, I only really saw it happen once. We were being hunted. I didn't really know what was happening at the time. I was really young, and my friend said that he basically cast a spell, and I appeared like I was dead. And for everyone's purposes, I was. Which meant that when he hid me, they couldn't find me.
Right?
They couldn't. Anyway, the point is, if magic is a problem,
well,
then that is something we can do.
If I was dead, or at least I looked dead, and it was a magic effect, then that might break the coven.
It's possible.
She needs 3 for it to work. So if you were to fight them without me there, without me present, and if I was dead, then...
As far as she'll be concerned, yeah, I think that's what it would look like.
That would probably be a lot easier for you. Because if there's a full coven, they become... It's like everyone you add to it, you get way more powerful. Like if there was 5, even Strahd wouldn't be a threat. Like that sort of ramps up the magic power. But it's also much harder to control. So
it lasts for as long as I want it to. So basically, I just need to meditate and get it working. Right. And then
can I switch it off, or do I just?
It has to be me.
Does would this be something that your ma could feel from a distance?
She would feel me die.
Well, yeah. Is it like a she looks dead, or is it actually a dead and she's totally still like spectating as
she'll be dead as far as anyone is concerned.
Yeah.
The only ones who'll know is us.
Right. All right. So the second that happens,
you go.
We should probably be ready to fight.
Because she'll be here otherwise.
Right.
And you don't want her here when you fight her, because I'll be nearby, and she might be able to break whatever you do to me.
And sister dearest.
Oh, she'll come.
You said. Yeah, no, I got that, but you said that she might want to, like, if you were to run away together.
Oh no, like I was just in hypotheticals.
Sister and mum.
They're
package
very
deal.
Pretty much. I don't think Ophelia would turn on mum.
Worth a check.
I appreciate it, because, I don't want them to die, but I think it's probably for the best.
You are handling this rather disturbingly well.
She's a Barovian.
Oh yeah, forget this place is fucked.
This isn't the first family I've lost, but at the same time, like, look, like I told you, Trish, I have thought about it. It's been a quiet little fantasy of mine. This is why I know about this place. I found it a few months after we moved in, and it was just my little house, my little space, where I could pretend that I wasn't up to my nose in death.
And what happened to the owner of the bedroom?
Oh, well, when I found it, the place was empty. What do you mean, the bedroom?
When did you find it?
3-4 months ago?
The blood could have been older than that.
About that. Maybe a little older.
Right. And there wasn't any leftovers from a horrific... Nah, don't know anyone. Yeah, whatever. I mean...
When I got here, it was like someone had just tidied everything up and then left it.
Is it tidy?
The bedroom is not tidy.
Like, is the house tidy?
The rest of the house pretty tidy. Like, the fire was laid. There was some china out, like wooden plates and cutlery out, but like in preparation for the morning meal. But nothing. It's Spartan but quite neat. Yeah. The bedroom, on the other hand, is an absolute shit show.
Have you? Have you been in there?
She's like, sure, I've had more than one nap on that bed. Opens
think
it
I
up
will
and
give
goes.
Selenox a significant look at this point, which is that kind of like.
She goes over to the bed and lies down on it. Like, it's a nice bed.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right. All right. Cool. So, plan. You're not killing, but fake killing, and we're going. Oh,
Guys,
tell us about this sleep thing.
What's going on? What can't I see?
Oh, for God's...
I just rolled an 18 for her insight.
Probably can't see what your home looks like either. It's disgusting.
What?
There's blood all over this bed. Ransacked.
She sort of leaps up off it, and goes. She does it to us too? Of course she does. What am I even thinking about? So, when I brought you flowers, did I bring you flowers?
As far as I know, they were flowers, right?
They looked like flowers at the time.
Yeah,
When
probably
you
not.
left,
No,
however,
I
you
won't say
noticed that they were not flowers, but or they were like weed flowers rather than pretty little posies.
Bella, you already. I think you know the answer to that.
Well, this makes the next thing a little bit easier. Yeah, cool. All right, I'm going to sit in a chair and you're going to put me to sleep and make me dead. And then you're going to go and kill that bitch who has abducted me from my family and made me accomplice to a lot of crimes.
I need to spend some time, but then once I've got it, then yeah.
Can you tell me about that sleep shit that she pulled on us?
It's in the book.
How do I avoid that?
Trish.
Yeah, it just happened.
No, I know that's the problem.
No,
I don't want to
no,
just.
We're in
It's
agreement.
a spell. It's a spell. It's in the book. Trish, about 5 or 6 pages before the ritual.
Does she need the book to cast it?
It's... Yeah, basically.
So if we throw the book in the fireplace at the same
Oh.
time we put you to sleep.
Don't destroy it.
Oh.
Why not?
Well, Well, it's a lot of bound magic. I don't know exactly what would happen if you just
That's
broke
fair.
it.
Maybe it's a problem for later.
But I'd also, if you'd let me keep it,
Although-
I would like to, because it's also Mum's recipe book, and I kind of have an idea for what I want to do next.
No people in pies.
Well, no, exactly that. I kind of want to make things right.
All right, but still, question stands. How do I not get sleeked?
Don't be anywhere near Morgantha with that book.
Okay.
Book here, we're out there.
If you
Is that
like.
enough?
I need to spend some time meditating. Why don't we just bury it? And then by the
If
time
I'm
that
asleep, if I'm dead, then the book is safe with me, right?
I guess.
But you can bury it if you like. I won't stop you.
Why don't you put it somewhere safe, Trish?
That's a good idea.
That's a
Trish,
good
hide
idea.
it. I don't know where you're going to go. In fact, tell you what, why don't you
I
hide
will.
it after you put me to sleep?
Won't you?
You're gonna have to wait 8 hours then, because I need
Exactly what I
to
planned.
sleep.
Okay.
How far into my long rest am I?
Okay.
Yeah, halfway. I don't know.
About 4 hours.
Yeah. You can wait till daybreak and you'll be good.
Does that mean I can take a long rest as well?
You can all have one.
Yay!
Bella, if you'll allow her, Bella will say, look, if you need to rest to go and kill my mum, I'll keep watch, if you'll let me.
Absolutely not. Manage the watch between the three of us, thank you.
Well, how about I take first watch with Bella?
If Trish
I'm
doesn't
gonna
feel
give- I'm
comfortable
gonna
with
give-
me watching, then I won't watch. It's probably better that way.
All right. Well,
I
I'll
will
take
if you,
first watch.
if you would prefer that I watch with you, Selenox, I am happy to.
I think at the moment we're all in this, and I think we all need to remember that some people went out of their way, and that we should at least try to understand where everybody's coming from. So let's just watch. Sel, you can start watching, and you can do it with her. Sel, yeah, let's do that.
Selenox is gonna be looking at the faces and get more and more floofed. And she's just nap, and then turn around and just go and march and stand in the door or something. She's fully, all her feathers are up.
He will specifically avoid Trish's eye contact because he can feel it burning in the back of his head. But
Yeah.
at the end of the day, we got no time to argue. So that's
Yeah. Cool. Mai is looking around the room, just doesn't know. He's like, I'm gonna close the door to the bedroom, and then I might have a nap.
Yep. And
Good idea.
I'll
you
try and
guys-
find something for you so you can start heading, or you can hang out with us. What do you want to do? How do you want to? Do you know the way?
I
home?
was what if I stayed here, and if Miss Bella is going to be asleep dead, which I think is what's going on, I could look out for her.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yes, but you got to promise that if you hear anything, you just run. Okay? Don't stay, don't be a hero. You just run and hide. Okay?
I'm sure Soot wouldn't mind keeping you company, kid.
Yeah, that's
So-
a good idea.
Yeah, Soot, you could hang out with Mai. I went to call him Monkey Boy, and then I was
That's not.
hang out with Mai here, and make sure he's safe. And then he'll make sure Bella's safe, and you'll have a nice little circle of safety.
Okay.
Okay.
That would be cool. I'd like to hang out with the... So he's not transformed. He's like that.
Yeah,
Good.
Valiant steed over there. That's what he is.
I noticed. Yeah, he's very cool. Yes, I would happily stand guard over Miss Bella with Soot.
Yeah.
Cool.
So you know what that means? You're in charge.
Soot.
Yeah.
He's got this.
I don't understand when he speaks. Is that going to be a problem?
I don't either.
Nah, he'll make it clear if he needs to.
Okay. Mai's just happy to be involved. Chet?
Okay.
Trish, at this point, Chet actually hops down off the table and steps into the middle of the circle, and immediately begins to screech.
Chet, no, get out of there!
And Chet's form starts writhing, like he instantly becomes this amorphous, like bits of raccoon and the occasional cat leg or something, just this blob of stuff just starts writhing around on the floor, screeching in pain. And she goes, "Oh my goodness, no, and
Can I rush to push him out or something?
yeah, she is like Bella immediately starts scuffing the salt.
Oh, smart. Yeah.
And says, scratch the cymbals, scratch the cymbals. Trish, what do you do? Is Rach frozen? There, okay. What do you do, Trish?
I think I'm just gonna grab for Chet to try and pull him out.
Yeah, cool.
I'll
You-
give Trish advantage then, because that was my first instinct.
Love it, yeah.
As well.
So you're doing the help action. Cool. Yeah. And, Soot and Mai immediately just start scratching at the ground with their claws, like just to damage any of the symbols. And Chet is got that same green lightning crackling across him as you pull him out. Trish, you are holding essentially a beach ball sized bowl of jelly.
Come on.
With and occasionally bits of it take the form of part of an animal, and it's writhing. And what do you do?
I will try and cure wounds at level 1. I'll try. It's okay.
Do something.
I'm trying. Does cure wounds do anything?
It is not. It does not appear to.
Okay.
Bellis goes, Trish, can I have the book?
No, back off.
Trish.
Trish!
He needs it.
If anyone can
I don't
fix
know
it,
how else to help.
Fine. And I take the book out and I throw it at her.
She tears out the page with the ritual on it and balls it up, and then it lights on fire in her hands, and then she puts the fire onto this little amorphous blob in your hands. Just sort of pushes it on, and you hear this initial screech, and then the writhing slowly stops. And within your hands is a little raccoon.
Good job.
okay.
Can you open your arms? Oh.
Are you hurt?
And its eyes sort of blink wearily up at you, and it sort of cheeps. Chet.
Trish, am I okay to put him to sleep?
That might be a good idea.
I think he's in pain.
Okay.
I'll cast sleep at 2nd level.
And the little body in your arms goes to sleep.
Okay, let's just lay him down gently. I know he's a little amorphous, but like maybe
He's
that
actually
chair...
fully solid now.
Okay, the problem for another day.
Yeah.
Let's put him on the chair. I'll take off my helmet. I don't think they've ever
Yeah, there's like padding underneath, and I get the feeling it will fit based on the description.
Yeah.
This padded, soft little nest sort of thing.
Okay, I love it. It's like the size of a cooking bowl. As you basically put this, in just in case he goes amorphous again, this will hold him quite nicely.
Correct.
Yeah, I like it. You put this little ball of raccoon fur in the helmet, Bella goes, "I'm really sorry. I should have scuffed the circle out."
Don't worry about it. It's all good. We fixed it. We fixed it, didn't we?
There is, if you'd let me, there is a thing in there that lets me erase memories. If you don't want him to remember the pain. But I don't
think we should ask him that.
Yeah.
Agreed.
That's fair.
Don't go around just
No, I
taking
wouldn't.
away people's.
It's okay. It's
I wouldn't.
okay.
That's why I was offering.
Everyone's on the same page. We all want to help. Everyone is fine, and everything is fine.
She gives the book back to Trish.
Okay. Trish, I think he's okay. I can see he's breathing.
Good. Thank you for healing him.
Don't worry about it. It's okay. I'm gonna go over here and I'm gonna work on it. I'm just a call away. Okay. Okay.
The circle can't hurt him anymore. It's broken now.
Good.
So it shouldn't happen again.
All right. If I can ask, let's just have some quiet. I've got a lot to work on. Okay. Quick crack, and I will go into aggressive meditation.
Trish, you want to take first watch with me?
Yeah, I don't think I can sleep yet either, so I might as well do a watch.
Mai, is it? Yeah? Would you like to... If I sit up here, you could sit on me. I might be more comfortable than... and Mai goes, okay. And she sort of picks Mai up and puts him on her lap and sort of cuddles him to sleep. And, yeah. She sits in one of the chairs by the fire and waits. I need to say, Lara Grace, thank you very much for the follow, you bloody champion. Avast, matey, you wee scallywag.
I've got to prepare some spells. Is now a good time to take a break?
Absolutely. We are going to have a long rest and a short break at once. Rach, you all good?
Oh yeah, I'm fine.
I know.
I'm all good.
This is a.
She's just an excellent actor.
This is what we're doing, but we want to show the audience that we are doing it. This is just a quick. Just a quick check-in. Rach and Josh are not angry with each other. We were acting.
We're good.
But it is always nice
upset,
to.
didn't you?
It is always nice to confirm that with your friends after a heavy-duty bit like that. So we will go and have a short breaklet now. Back in 5 to 10. Say goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye. Vast ahoy and g'day once again to ye mateys. We'll be back for some more Humblewood. And thank you very much for joining us. And Lara Grace, thanks for joining the Discord as well, you bloody champion. I'll just throw the link up there so that everybody else can get it too, if they haven't already. Discord, that's the one. I'll do it all in caps. There you go. I don't know why I did that. There was no need for it.
Because you're yelling.
Discord! Yeah, that.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Trish.
Yep.
And everybody else, actually. I don't know why I said Trish specifically. So you are... The plan is to have a long rest. Trish, do you get back to sleep at any point?
I mean, I feel like after a couple of hours, the initial shock of having that happen, the adrenaline will have calmed down, and then... But I'm gonna make sure one of us is watching at any given time.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I think after a first watch, I'll have chilled out a little bit, and I could have a bit of a sleep.
Okay. yeah, combined with the sort of rest that you've already had, that you actually found the 2 hours in cat form extremely restful. That's some proper sleep there, snuggled up with Chet.
If I switch over and give her the amount of hours as I wake up, I'll kind of go like, right, how did how is he? Is he okay? Or is
He
it a
hasn't
she?
moved.
I was talking to Trish in this context. Sorry, my bad.
No.
Should have been more clear.
Well, how is he? I don't know. Is he doing all right? DM?
Well, he hasn't moved.
Is he breathing?
Does he normally?
I don't know.
None of you have really enough experience with this creature in a moving form, because normally it's a stationary object.
It's normally a statue.
Yeah. So the fact that it's not breathing is not necessarily odd.
I get the feeling Trish would have been on the top of her list to find out one way or another, though. Correct?
Yeah.
Hard for me to tell if he's okay, but I don't want to wake him up.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah. Well, I don't need my helmet, I guess. Well, no, it's fine. It's all good. But I don't really know how to talk to him. Do you know what he eats?
I don't know. I've never fed him before. I think he just always did that.
Well, he goes and hunts, huh?
Yeah, while I wasn't watching.
Okay.
Anything...
I imagine I've got something equivalent to meat or something like that. Can I put it near it?
Selenox is watching the door because she's still on watch or whatever she's doing. But when she hears the word hunt, she just has a slight
Twitch.
shudder.
Like an owl. Smoothie, you are allowed to. Mimics are not a common thing.
No, not look. Make it
Your grandfather encountered several.
That's true.
So,
I remember a story
of the group,
I know he
would
wouldn't
be...
have said shit to him about
Oh,
those,
you don't? Okay,
those times.
very well.
No, because remember, as far as Smoothie knows, he's a peaceful old man that died
Okay,
at the hands of these dudes. He doesn't know,
sure.
yeah?
Right. Okay.
That's a
yeah.
future confession that you can stab me with later.
Okay, noted. So, absolutely, we'll do that. So, yeah, Smoothie, you have no idea what mimics eat or how. Beyond, you've heard of them. They are common enough in Barovia that you've maybe heard of them, but you don't know much about them. Bella would sort of raise a hand. She wouldn't speak up unless somebody invited her to, but she would
I think I will go. I'll just kind of very subtly kind of indicate it once Trish is asleep. Talk to me about it.
Oh, okay. She goes fine and nods and.
Okay. I'll keep checking on him. If anything happens bad, I'll let you know. But I'll try and find him something to eat. Okay.
Thanks. Yeah. Wake me up if anything happens.
Yeah. No problem. I can do that.
Okay.
All right. We've got it handled.
Right.
Okay. Good night.
Night. I'll go to sleep.
Once I think she's actually, if I don't know, does Trish snore? If I look for snoring, if I hear snoring,
I think she snores, but she's asleep.
She's a lady. She doesn't snore. A lady never snores. She breathes deeply
I'm
in her
stealthy
sleep.
even when I'm asleep.
Yeah. No.
Sneaky snoring. Yeah, I'll go up to her and for this. Yeah. What? Do you have something?
Mimics eat live things.
Fair enough. Okay.
They normally hunt by pretending to be inanimate objects, and then when something alive comes along and it's like, oh, this thing that I want, they just and they're ambush predators.
Sure. So, do you think you could?
I've never seen one move before. Like,
that's fair.
As an animal, normally they go like a box or a treasure chest or something like that. You know.
It's a special one.
Something that people would want to interact with, a physical object that beings, and normally they hunt us, like humble folk and bird folk. This one is very weird. I didn't really know exactly what it was because I've never seen one ambulatory before. They don't normally imitate animals.
Okay.
So
Well, I'm actually not bad at hunting. Sal, you're good here? I might go and get... Well, I have to kind of catch it alive, but I mean we've got a couple of hours.
Certain might be really helpful with that. I can't imagine he eats... Actually, I have no idea what that... I don't even know what he is, so he might. But, mice, something like that, I'm sure probably
can
do.
No, I'll find a rabbit or something. Not my first time having to catch a rabbit out in the wilderness. What's wrong? You okay?
Great, Peachy. Selenox has her flask out.
Oh. Okay. And I'll
Smithy goes out and catches a...
Yeah,
some
I'll
sort
give her
of
I'll
rodent.
give a hand a squeeze is what I was thinking I'll do, but kind of as I'm passing and without hopefully Bella noticing. Like I'll let her keep her dignity, but I'm just like, I noticed, but it's cool.
Yeah. Bella has closed her eyes again and is rocking the chair, patting Mai's head.
Gotcha. And I come back with a rabbit. That's easy enough to do,
You do that.
considering Terran stuff. Yeah.
I'm
So
gonna
there's
just
like a whole
I'm
thing
just
for
gonna
it.
say that it's a weasel.
Fine. Okay. Okay. It's all right. I'm gonna very deliberately take the helmet out the back, so that Selnox doesn't have to see, and then I will lower the weasel down.
Nothing. The little body in the bowl doesn't seem to react at all.
Oh boy. Okay.
Smithy can make an insight or animal handling. What am I talking about? Animal handling.
Okay. 23. Got lucky.
This creature has a bond with Trish.
Oh, I mean,
you're lucky it didn't eat you.
It's not big enough.
do I get, based on that roll though, does it look like it's interested in the food?
It is not. It appears to be completely inanimate. It's hard to say. Yeah, it doesn't move at all, so you wouldn't know.
Okay. All right. Okay. I'm gonna go over, and I'm gonna very subtly hook the helmet under Trish's arm, and if it wakes her, I'll just go. It's okay. Just you might hear some. I'm just gonna feed him. Okay. I think he might respond with, "It's okay. Just go back to sleep." And I'll lower it. I'll try again.
You lower the weasel down. One that I imagine you have stunned.
Correct.
Possibly even put to sleep.
It would be more accurate, yeah.
And the puddle of raccoon, and it is a raccoon. It's just a puddle of fur, sort of in the way an animal when it's curled up is. Sort of opens up along the middle of it, and a maw lined with sharp little teeth and a huge tongue sort of snakes out, wraps around the weasel, and snaps back closed again, and it's just a sleeping raccoon.
Okay. That wasn't disturbing at all. Awesome. Okay.
Being prey fucking sucks.
Yeah.
Let's not be that again.
You okay?
Yeah. Are you okay? Face okay.
Is your mum okay?
It wasn't bad actually. It was nice being able to help you for once.
You help me all the time, kid.
Yeah, okay.
But I must admit, I enjoyed that. You almost the lying thing though. You know, everyone else is asleep, right? Or like appearing so.
Trish looks at yeah. Bella,
You know,
if you wanted to determine whether or not Bella was asleep, Bella, you've probably witnessed Bella be not asleep within the last half hour.
nah, don't really care. You know, remember, you just don't tell the whole truth. You just tell part of it.
Which part? What? Which occasion are we talking about?
Well, you tried, but well, actually, I think today was the first time I saw you almost. You omitted something.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Nah. It's probably a good skill to start developing. You not admitting stuff has led to things at times. Occasionally on my toes.
I guess it's. I don't know. After that experience, I just felt like I could. I don't know how else to put it.
Yeah, well, I hope you keep some of the chill.
Maybe. And I'll just kind of sit in comfortable silence. Just keep an eye out. Cool.
The morning comes with no further interruptions or explosions. Emotional or otherwise. Trish, you awaken to find a sleepy pair of raccoon eyes blinking up out of the little helmet in your arm.
Buddy, how you feeling?
Chet. Sore.
Yeah, I bet. It was sore for me too. You'll bounce back though, you're strong.
Chet, rears up out of the... in a manner that is almost liquid. Sort of way out, but it's still in its form. It's just a little bit it doesn't look to have any bones the way it just moved a bit. Just sort of stretches and arcs its back a little bit, and then steps in the dainty manner of a cat done with that container out of the helmet and onto Trish's lap.
Excellent.
Good morning, everybody. We good to go?
Oh yeah, can't wait to die.
That's the next point. Where do we want you to be?
Well, I was going to go on the bed, but I think maybe just the floor in here.
Okay.
Oh, I mean, you could at least stick with a rocking chair.
Sure.
No.
I mean,
You
how
don't have
dead
to
am I?
I mean, you don't have to lie down to be.
Yeah, okay.
But if I'm
Dead,
dead, the body, I go very limp, right?
Yeah.
Well, only for the first.
2.5,
Never
3
mind.
hours.
Yeah,
what's
Selenok's almost launches into, and then it's nah, maybe.
Let me tell you about the process of that.
Yeah.
What's gonna happen is when you tell me, I'm gonna touch you, and you're going to not be able to see, and you won't be able to move at all.
Oh, I'll be conscious?
Yes.
Oh.
Oh, that sucks.
Can I sleep?
I think you should be able to. I think, to be honest, Willie, what I'll do is I'll just magically help you there once you give me the cue, and then we'll go from there. But I'm not going to do it until you give me the say so. Okay?
Oh well, I'm ready whenever you guys are ready to go kill my mom.
Yeah.
Can she hear? No seeing.
Yes, but she's not able to respond in any way.
But she can hear.
Correct.
Okay. Well, maybe while I'm out, Mai here could tell me about Valakai and what you do there. Would that be okay, Mai? So I wouldn't be bored? And Mai goes, yeah, I can, yeah. Okay.
All right. So, you might as well get comfy, because you're going to be like that for a little bit. So just lay down or stretch out, whatever you want to do. Just tell me when you're ready.
Yeah, in her backpack she brought with her, she has a bedroll, and she lies that out on the floor. I presume that's what Trish and the others have been sleeping on as well, rather than just on the raw floorboards or in the chairs. So yeah, she pulls up the rocking chair next to her so that Mai can sit in it, and then she lies down on it, on the bedroll.
Guys, once we do this, we've got an hour. So we're gonna have to heel toe.
All right. Any last tips, Bella, on potential things that your mum doesn't like I don't know, silver, iron, holy water?
Holy water won't do anything, I don't think. I honestly don't know. Oddly, it's never come up. She's always disliked certain smells, a lot of fresh flowers. She never liked lavender, for example, but I don't know of any up here, I'm afraid.
All right.
Okay.
Not sure that's gonna
No,
take her out exactly,
I'm
but
afraid I don't-
appreciate the tip.
Yeah, but
okay.
So I suppose the answer is don't rely on any particular weaknesses. Without me there, their magic will be reduced but not gone.
Yeah.
They might still pull some mind control-y stuff. Without the book, that'll also be limited. Obviously, you're going to bury that.
Should we do that before we put her to sleep?
What? Bury the book?
We didn't say so. I suggested it, but I don't know.
I'm saying it now.
If you're comfortable with me having even the vaguest idea where it is, then wait until... Oh, then go
That's
for it.
right, Trish. You grabbed it and then you hid it, but then you had to give it back to her, didn't you?
I don't think I'd
chat.
hidden it yet.
No,
Oh,
Okay.
I
Yeah,
thought you were going
well-
to after I was asleep. That was the idea, right?
So you
I
hid
didn't
it
realize
somewhere.
there was the 1 hour time limit.
I only just found out myself.
Okay,
Okay.
well, an
That was
hour
a
is
fucking-
plenty of time to get back to the windmill. I'm actually kind of glad that there's only an hour, I'll be honest. I don't like
I guess I'll
the
hide
idea.
it quickly.
All right.
Right. Let's do this.
Okay. I'm gonna get down low, and then I'm gonna say to her quietly, in fact, so quietly that only a Terran could really hear.
Mhm.
Thank you for doing this. And
You're saving me as
I-
much as I'm helping you.
you can thank us later then.
Forgive me if I maybe don't. I'm ready.
3, 2, 1. And I will use a first level sleep for what it's worth, flavor wise.
Sure.
And then I will do feign death.
You
So
do
At
that.
the very least, she can have a bit of a
She
pseudo nap,
goes
shall we say.
limp.
Upon seeing it, however, it's basically a corpse.
Yeah.
And he goes,
You're all right. Walk it off. Walk it off. We got a job to do.
yeah.
She's fine. Soot here, and Mai gonna make sure of that. Mai,
So,
aren't you gonna
and Mai
start your
goes,
story?
yeah, I will. And
Better
he
make
says-
it interesting.
She should have asked someone else then.
Soot,
The life
Just
of a
add in-
deputy postman in Valakai is not the most exciting thing you can imagine, I think.
Soot, you add in some embellishment where needed.
Soot! I still can't understand him.
He'll make it clear.
Chet, on the other hand, is on Trish's shoulder and appears to have no intention of getting down.
Okay. Buddy, we have to go have a bit of a fight now. I don't know if you're up to it. You're still a little rattled. Do you want to stay here or do you want to come with me?
The same magic people that did that thing to you, pal.
It's
Trish.
okay if you stay.
What do you want him to do? Them to do?
I don't know what he's capable of, and I don't want him to get hurt.
Right
I don't want
now,
him to stay.
he is not capable of anything.
Okay. Chet, I think it might be better if you stay here. Keep an eye on mine. Don't let anything bad happen to him.
Yeah, you can help Soot.
Make
And I'll be
me
back for you, I
an
promise.
animal handling check.
7.
I'll use my Invoke the Amaranthine, which lasts 24 hours, so it should be fine. So I can't. It was a while ago, but I think I gave an ability check a 16 or something like that. From memory.
Cool. Yeah, you get a 16. And Chet very reluctantly uncurls his raccoon tail from around your neck, Trish.
To clarify, sorry, ability check would have been 10. So what's your animal handling, Trish?
No, pluses nothing, I think.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's plus nothing.
well, better than the
Yeah.
six.
He, in fact, if it's only a 10, he does not. He sort of clutches on and says,
Right.
"Stay, Trish."
If that's what you want to do. Oh, okay, buddy. You stay with me. That's okay.
Okay, whatever we're gonna do, let's do it fast. We're gonna move.
All right, I'll go bury this book. I'll be right back. I click my speedy boots and bolt.
Yeah, I mean, if they go, you can catch up with them with the speedy
Yeah.
boots.
That's true.
Yeah, we're gonna.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Trish, you
So
find
for
a
old time's sake, climb up on the roof.
Oh, yeah. I
Might be
mean,
the last time we get to.
that is a very morbid way of looking at it. She says as she like takes off with a grin on her face.
All right. Trish, you bury the book. I'm not even gonna yeah. You do that. You all go. It is early morning as you approach the bone grinder. Yeah. It is as it was when last you saw it. The decrepitude has crept back into this building. It is nowhere near the nice, shiny, happy place that was there last time. The tables outside are rickety and old. The windmill was turning quite reliably. It is now very creaking, and the sails are ragged and torn. Everything about this place screams how is it even still standing?
I'm going to cast Enhance Ability on Selenox once we get close enough. So, Selenox, you have advantage for Dex-based checks for the next hour.
Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Pardon me. What do you do? There is no customers here yet, and nobody appears to be outside.
So are we trying to be sneaky, or are we storming the front door?
I don't really... I mean, I think we should probably get ourselves in position, but we're having a fight one way or another. We can't exactly get the sword away from her without her attacking us anyway.
You reckon
And,
they're up?
and as he says this, he there's a crag in his forehead. It's a real he's not happy about what he's saying.
I doubt they're asleep given their profession, but if we can sneak up on them, we might get a few hits in before they realize what's going on.
Yeah, I reckon if we can. I don't want to get slept again.
Well, it sounds like they can't do that without the book, so hopefully we'll be alright.
Yeah. Still. I reckon sneak up is a better option.
If we
Wait.
do, we can get our hands on the sword maybe first. Maybe that's a good place to start.
I mean, we can give it a go. Yeah. Any idea where
Either
it
way,
is?
we have to go in, right?
Trish, you reckon you could find it? The sword? Could you feel it out?
I think we should stick together.
Oh, no, I mean together. I just mean in terms of, you've seen it before. I wonder if it's got like a certain feel about it.
DM, did we see it when we were scoping out the place last time? Is
You
it back on the
literally
top
carried
floor?
it on your back.
You carried it down on your back. I was hoping that your magic awareness might be able to.
I know, but like when we came
When we-
Oh,
back
when you
as
came back?
animals-
No,
No,
you did not
no,
find it.
no.
I prepared myself for a fight. I didn't think about it until it was too late. But maybe we can just keep an eye out. You can do your magic thing, and if we get a ping, then we go for that. And if not, we'll just
Search the
Alright.
building after.
Well, it's not downstairs. We know that. So
Yeah.
if we head into the kitchen and someone's home, probably not going to get much further than that anyway.
Should we start from the top down? Because that's where we know Margantha is, no? Or do we actually know where Morgantha sleeps? We know where the
All three of them slept in the same room on the third floor.
right.
Yeah, but it's doubtful they'll be there at the
They're
moment.
probably
though.
still not. This is a bakery. They're probably up with the sun, if not earlier.
Okay, then just front door.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go.
So you are sneaking
Yeah.
as best as
Yeah.
possible.
Yeah.
Very well. Make me stealth checks, please. Selenox in full armor.
Yeah, but I got sneaky armor now.
Oh, that's true. Yes.
So
So
you
you're not
have
at disadvantage.
Yeah, I got a 10.
And Hadgley has advantage because of enhanceability. So a 10, a 16 from Trish. No, from Selenox. I apologize.
There was a 16 from me.
Yeah.
Oh, do I get an advantage because of that? Oh, yes.
Yeah.
So I go again. I got
18.
16 again. Oh, no, yes, 18 with the... Yeah, no, okay.
Trish,
18.
how do you do?
A 16.
A 16 as well. Okay. Very good. Yeah, you are actually surprisingly quiet. Selenox is the quietest. It's a Christmas miracle. Yeah.
Even Selenox is surprised. Like, oh.
What the fuck is going on?
She's really
Like a
good
little bit of the
armor.
mouse lemur has rubbed off on her. Yeah, Selenox sneaks up to the door first. You can hear two people working away in the kitchen, chatting about where Bella's gone.
Oh, this feels really mean.
It is.
Yeah, well, they tried to put us in a pie, though, you kids. So, like,
I'll be here to help. I'm not gonna stop you.
Selenox is gonna look at Trish. Like, is the plan changing? Like, what the fuck is going on?
No, to be clear, Smoothie's just upset about it, but he doesn't think it's the bad thing to do. He just feels terrible about it.
Yeah.
He'll be there. He's not gonna not. He's
Alright.
not gonna fuck it up either, on purpose.
Kid,
It's like, let's
you gotta
not jump to
remember-
conclusions.
these are the pie people. They were gonna eat us in a pie. And,
I understand.
yeah, good. Alright.
Again, I'm not gonna mess it up. I understand.
Alright. So I'm gonna look at Trish.
If you look at
And-
the Roll20 map, it is now accurate to where everybody is.
I've got the old one.
Yeah, I've got the old one.
Oh, apologies.
I can see
on
the other one on the stream,
Yeah.
but not on.
there you go.
Either
I'm
way.
gonna look at Trish.
True,
Like,
fair.
I've got my I get my I'm gonna go with my trusty rapier today. I've got my rapier out, and I'm
Uh-huh.
like, I look to Trish as a like, we're charging. Like, what's
All right.
is that? Yeah.
Yep.
we-
I open the door and I'm going in.
Yeah.
Trish opens the door, slams open the door, and goes in. Trish, I will allow this to be a surprise round. You were very stealthy.
Fabulous.
So you charge in. The countertop is at chest height, so you would have to sort of vault over it. However, yeah, roll me initiative, everybody. You will get a surprise round. Roll me initiative. And can I get 2 d20s in chat, please?
Oh.
How do we do? I no longer have that up.
The good news is, no matter how bad we roll, we still get one.
You
shot
still get
against
one round before they go.
I rolled a 5. Well, actually, I rolled a 3, and then I added 2 to my 3, and I still only got a 5.
Trish,
14.
Smoothie got a 14. Trish got a
I got a 9, which is the lowest initiative I can physically get.
9. Selenox got a 5, you say? Well,
Yep.
one of them got a 9 and the other got a 2. So,
I'm first.
yeah.
Fuck.
Amusingly, one of them is second.
Is
Morgantha is the slower of the two. Morgantha got a 4, and Ophelia got a 12. No, an 11, but it doesn't really matter. So yeah, the order is Smoothie, Ophelia, Trish, Selenox, Morgantha. So you will all get 2 goes before Morgantha goes. However, Ophelia will get her first before everybody else except Smoothie. However, if Trish is initiating this, the first move is Trish. Smoothie can then go after Trish.
All right.
I will allow to muddle up the order a little bit in the first round. Trish, you slam open the door.
Slam open the door. As I vault over the counter, I go into a barbarian rage.
Smart.
Because these people have been feeding other people to each other. They disgust me, so
This somewhat
I'm pretty
offends
mad.
Trish's sensibilities. Yeah.
Apparently, that's nasty. So I'm gonna barbarian rage.
Sure. Uh-huh.
I'm gonna scoot my ass over to whoever is closest and stab.
That would be more. Ophelia is working at the chopping board, cutting up vegetables. You burst in, and they sort of squawk. However, both of them do not appear as you last saw them. The pair are significantly larger, more lumpen, gangling creatures, clearly once hedge, but now. The arms are long and distended. The faces are larger, essentially, covered in pustules, warts, and buboes, and their clothing is ragged and torn. Ophelia is still recognizable as the younger of the two, and who she is. There is a resemblance, but it is not. You were definitely not looking at the same person last time you saw them.
Gross.
Please make me those attacks.
Oh, yes, baby! 28!
28 does indeed hit.
Good.
You are raging, so there is fire,
Good.
and it is a magic weapon as well, so yeah.
And do I get sneak damage on this?
Yeah, you're a
Oh,
swashbuckler, so
I forgot to roll my wild magic. I should do that.
please do that.
Sorry, I forgot that. I got 6 on the sneak damage, and let me just roll my wild magic and make sure I am not doing anything insane. Please be a good one. 18. What's 18 magic?
Yes, I'm just turning it down now. Thank you,
Ooh.
Bishop Blood.
Your eyes go black as pitch. Whenever you hit a creature with an attack before your rage ends, you deal extra necrotic damage equal to your proficiency mod, and you gain the same amount of temporary hit points.
Nice. So 3, I think, but still, that's pretty good.
So I get 3 temp hit points plus I do an extra 3 necrotic damage.
It would seem so. Yes.
Hell yeah!
So can
We
you
like
give me
that.
the total of damage, please?
All right,
So it's 2 fire.
2 fire, 3 necrotic, then 11 and 6. So.
11 and 6, so 17, a full 22. So Ophelia takes that damage. You just slash into her as you leap through. There is a squawk of, what the hell? Goodness me! But it is not the same voices as before. It's, oh, what's going on? Who are you? Oh, hello, darling. Back again. Ah, that would be where Bella's gone. And it is actually the being in front of you that says, oh, that would be where Bella's gone.
I'm going to scoot back just out of touch distance.
Smart.
That's my turn.
Smoothie, it's your go.
Okay. He was ready to do the thing before, and the horrific appearances don't hurt. So, I think he's just going to kind of step forward, and he will kind of look at it and go like, "This ends today," and he will cast Holy Weapon, and like basically kind of swing it across Selenox's sword.
Cool.
And so Selenox, you have, well, look, if you just look up Holy Weapon 5e, it'll be faster, but I'll read it out for the internet. You imbue a weapon you touch with holy power. Until the spell ends, the weapon emits bright light in a 30-foot radius and dim light for an additional 30 feet. In addition, weapon attacks made with it deal an extra 2d8 radiant damage on a hit.
Fuck yeah.
And I believe the sword I'm touching is already magical, but if it wasn't, it would be magical now.
Yeah.
There's also stuff that happens on a bonus action, but I control that, so.
Sure. Very cool.
So, yeah, I do that, and then, like, I imagine, like, I kind of shine with, like, radiance, which, interestingly, I actually think is not silvery this time, based on what he's doing, but the Ardea side of the shield is glowing brightly as he, like, stands forward.
I love it. So the front half is separated by a wall and a curtain from the back half. So Trish is the only one who can actually see into the kitchen because she's in the kitchen. The curtain, however, unless Trish actually just tore it off its holding, is has fallen back behind her. So you guys can't actually see into the kitchen beyond.
Can I move
Yeah, you may.
in and see? Yeah.
Yeah, that would be basically all of your movement to get to there. Because you've got to jump the counter as well. But yes.
I'll tell you what, why don't I just kind of use my bonus action to fly and kind of hang up high up-ish. So I'll go up like 10 feet, something like that. Rather than
Sure.
getting in the way.
The room is not very tall. I'm just saying that you might be a bit of a waste of your flight, but yes, you can.
It cost me I can cast it 3
Okay.
times and it's like a minute long. There's no downside.
No worries.
But I'll
cool.
tell you what, why don't I go there, and it's like extra speed for me because of Trish's handy dandiness, so I'll go here then.
Love it. Cool. So you're up the staircase a little bit,
Yes.
and that actually would give you the space above you to fly. Cool. Selenox, it's your turn. This is still the sneak attack round. Go for it.
Selenox is going to be like, wicked. Cause, like, and then she's going to charge in. 20. I reckon I can just get into range to the first one.
That would be my guess. Yeah.
Like about there. And then I've got a
Yes.
5-foot range. So I am going to stabby stab them.
You would
With
need to
my
be
rapier?
there.
A bit
but
closer?
yes. Yep.
Yeah, cool. Thanks. With my rapier, which is... So that is a 27 to hit.
Does.
So whatever damage you do, Ro, it's with an additional 2d8.
2d8.
radiance.
Yeah, wicked.
Hell
Thank
yeah.
you.
So you've basically given her smite.
For free with each
Yeah.
attack, yes.
Yeah.
So I've got
The
11,
5th level spell.
It's a good spell. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I got 11 plus I only rolled a 5 for the radiant. So 16. 5
16.
radiant and 11 is piercing.
Yep.
And then I'm gonna go again.
Fuck yeah.
Stab a stab.
Stabby stab.
27 to hit.
Again, yes, does. Yeah.
So on that one, I got 11. What the? It's rolling all the same things. That is so strange. 11. And 8. So 19 damage. 8 of it is radiant.
Yep. I'll tell you for free, she's not resistant to any of the things you're doing. So it's all the same. So 19 all up, you say?
Yep.
Yeah, very good. The three of you just knock down the door and start cutting up these poor women who are just minding their own business, being hugely disfigured, making cakes. Top of the
that's
order,
what we're
because
doing.
they are both like. So Ophelia, Morgantha says, "Oh dear, we can't be having this," and they both attempt to cast magic at you, and then look somewhat confused at each other when they discover that their magic sort of fizzles out around themselves. And Morgantha goes,
gone.
"You monsters! You killed my daughter!" And Ophelia goes, "Well, I misread this. I thought you liked her. This is much more disgusting." It is back to the top of the order. Smoothie's turn.
So he says when they say all that, he's like,
You're next. Yeah.
And then I think under the circumstances, he's gonna put his money where his mouth is. Most of my stuff is healing, but let's go with a moonbeam. We will cast it at 4th level. So, which one's the head one?
The other one, the one that they are not attacking.
Right. Okay. Actually, you know what? I was like, as much as I want to do damage, it actually makes more sense to do Fairy Fire, because it will get them both. So let's just do a Fairy Fire then.
Very well.
Dexterity save, DC 17.
Very well. Pair of 10s plus 2, so no.
Okay. They are both coated in gold fire, nothing like the purple and silver Twilight as from before, and everybody has advantage against them.
Silver is not my colour! Says Ophelia. It's now her turn.
I am done. I just move up a little bit further, essentially.
Yep.
Sorry, does that mean we have advantage on
Attacks against them.
attacks?
Yeah.
Yes, sweet.
She, having discovered her magic is apparently mostly gone, she is reduced to attacking you physically. So she is going to do so. However, those long claw-like arms, this is fine. Lash out at Selenox for a 21 to hit.
Hit.
The 16 probably doesn't, but the 21 does, I imagine.
The 21 does, the 16 does not.
So she is going to lash out at you. This is Ophelia. 16 points of slashing damage. Nasty. It's actually 22 and 17, but yeah, still pretty confident the 17 doesn't.
So 16?
Yes.
I'm gonna use my reaction to parry. I should have done that before. So, I am going to expend one of my superiority dice and reduce the damage, which I shouldn't have already put on. That was silly, but I will fix it. So I'm going to reduce the damage by 9.
Go. You do that.
5.
16.
7.
Yeah.
I'm stupid.
7. I rolled 7 plus 2, so it's 9.
Yeah.
Oh no, no, I was correcting myself because the total should have been 7. Never mind. I'm probably
Trish.
wrong. Shut up, Jack. Yep.
It is your turn.
Trish is gonna zip around back to here and stab away.
Stab
First with
away.
the ambulance.
Does
Boom.
so.
At advantage.
With
Yes.
advantage, that's good. 24, but why not? See if we can do better. Nah, 24.
Does hit. Yes.
Fabulous. Boom. 9 plus 5 for my nonsense. Plus sneak attack. Sneak of 10.
Plus the 5. Plus the fire.
Yeah. 5 is my necrotic and my fire.
Right.
So
Oh, okay.
9 and 5 and 10.
Sorry, it's just because she is resistant to fire, but she's not resistant to necrotic. That's why I'm asking for clarity.
Okay,
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah. So 4 from the nonsense.
Okay. Plus 4 nonsense. Okay.
Can you give me it all up? Sort of
So
the separate bits, please.
23. 23 all up.
23. Very nice.
Now, I will offhand dagger attack. Boom.
Very nice. Yep.
For a 28.
It does hit, yes.
Good.
This is the shiny dagger. This is your terrible, nasty +1 never
Yes, my
misses
fancy-
dagger. Yep.
My fancy dagger. I love
Trish's
this
fancy
thing.
dagger. That's right.
Extra 7 damage.
An extra 7.
And then I'm gonna zip back. Boop.
Yeah, cool. Very nice, Trish. And then you zip back away out of range, and she can't do anything about it. Now it is Selenox's turn, and then it'll be Morgantha.
Okay. I am going to stabby stab.
Mhm.
The chick closest. I get an advantage on that. Attacks, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
all attacks. Yeah.
Yep. Well,
until
does
they break my concentration.
Is magic weapon not a concentration thing? Wow.
15 to hit the
Uh-huh.
first one.
It doesn't. Is that with
Yeah.
advantage?
Yeah, the second
Wow.
time I got a 1.
Oof.
So I miss, and then
Sorry, you are absolutely correct. Jack fucked up. I honestly thought it wasn't. So my bad. I can just roll disadvantage next time, or how do you want to do it? That I messed up. Smoothie wouldn't have.
Oh, in terms of you can't
There
do
shouldn't
2
have been
concentration.
advantage. Yeah,
Right. Yeah.
yeah, it would have been concentration.
I think Trish hit both times anyway.
Right. Yeah,
So,
So
even
is this
with
the
bad
first one it's
advantage.
impacting?
yeah, this is the
Okay.
first one that it's meaningful for.
So-
So,
So I've rolled 2 and I've missed with both of them.
yeah. You're not missing. The hag is actually parrying your blows with her
Oh yeah.
lengthian claws. She is sheathed in nasty, sort of, they look vaguely metallicized spines protruding from her in really awkward ways and places. So it's not a... Yes?
I have a potential solution because I used a first level slot. Could we swap that for a guiding bolt? And if I hit, she would have advantage on one of them.
Well, Trish would have
works?
had the advantage.
That's true. You're right. Yeah. Okay.
I would also say I'm letting you walk back the thing, but
Yes, but yeah, we'll just say it's marked off. That's fair.
Yeah.
Yep, that's my bad.
So I'm gonna get pissed off and fluff and attack again because I use action surge.
Yes.
Fucker. 13.
Nope.
Well, 28 for 1.
Does hit. Yes.
And I got 7, so 15 plus, well, at least that rolled high, plus 9, so 22.
22.
Oh. No, sorry, my maths, 24.
24.
Yeah.
Ooh. Oh. It's very,
With
very
my
close.
one actual one that got through.
Yeah. But it was a good one. You
Yeah.
cleave into her side, and she sort of grips her side and says, "Mother!" And Morgantha looks at her and says, "No!" And Morgantha is going to cast a ray of enfeeblement at you, Selenox. A jet of necrotic light lances out from her. A 21 to hit.
Ah,
Damn.
yeah.
Which means, I think it's 2d8 necrotic. Enfeeblement. Just checking. 60 feet, yes. On a hit, the target deals only half damage with weapon attacks until the strength... Oh, it's a different thing. I thought it was something else.
Well, the good news is it wouldn't affect the radiant, would it? 'Cause that's different. That's separate.
With weapon attacks that use strength until the spell ends.
Well, that's the weapon, and then there's the magic that's in addition to it. But I guess that's your call.
Yeah, I would say the magic isn't affected, but the weapon damage absolutely is.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah. So, Selenox, you are weakened. You feel the energy sap out of you. It doesn't do any damage. I thought it was a different thing. But yeah, it's you feel extremely weakened by this. Your muscles lack the vigor that they had before. And she is also going to cast Healing Word on Ophelia. No, she can't. It's a spell. She can't do two at once. So that's the end of her turn. And we go back to the top of the order. It's Smoothie.
Okay. Let's do a guiding bolt at 3rd level to attempt to break concentration on this thing.
Very well.
Against Morgantha. Stand by. I'm just going to mark off that slot, and we are rolling guiding bolts +9. 17.
Is the number you needed.
Okay, so I do, stand by, 66 if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that's right.
Big money, no whammies.
Yeah, 27.
Oof.
I didn't
Pretty
get
nice.
under a 4. There were 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 4.
Ouch. Yeah. Yeah, I will make... and she needs to get... She
Half
loses...
of 27.
Yeah, 13. She needed... it's a con save. She did not pass. She only got a 9. Selenox, almost immediately you feel the strength return to you, and that the beam was actually sort of linking the two of you, this crackling beam of green, and it fades almost as soon as it gets attached to you in the first place, which is lucky. Anything
I
else?
fly
Smitty?
out, and as I chuck it, I just said, I told you, this ends today! And yeah. That's it.
Yeah. Selenox? No, Trish, it is your turn. No, what am I talking about? Sorry, it's Ophelia. I apologize. Ophelia is going to cast Magic Missile at Smoothie.
Fair enough.
Smoothie, she's like, no. Get down. No flying in the kitchen. And you take 13 points of force damage.
Okay, and the concentration check was a 20, so I passed.
Very well.
What was the damage?
13.
13. No worries.
That is, however, unfortunately all she can do. So, yeah, she is standing there. I just, more reliably do damage with a magic missile than it is with her claws.
True.
So, yeah. Trish, now it is your turn.
Trish is gonna zip around here and stab with her ember lance.
You do that.
Boom. I don't have advantage, do I? Because the thing was not a thing.
No.
You do not.
15?
Does not.
Okay. Offhand dagger.
Which one are you stabbing? I did guiding bolt one of them.
The other one
29. I'm going for the same one I've been going for the whole time.
does hit.
Good.
Trish, how do you do this?
Oh.
She had 2 hit points left.
Fabulous. Good. She had a bit of a gaping wound, right?
She did.
Oh! With my offhand
Jesus.
fancy dagger, I get in as deep as possibly can. My arm disappears in there, and I just sort of hook and pull out as much as I can.
Oh, yeah. You do that. There is a blood-curdling screech as loops of intestines get wrenched out of this creature.
Fabulous. Then my eyesight just sort of shifts to the other one, and then I zip back to where I was before.
Fabulous.
I
Says
I
Chuck.
didn't get the warning about a fucking splatter zone, Trish.
Yeah. Speaking
Man.
of Splatter Zone,
That's
it's
kind of on you at this
Selenox.
It's like that's just Trisha's handiwork. This is what
Yeah.
she does.
I'm gonna, delete that one. Yeah. Selenox, it's your turn.
Yeah, right. So
Yeah, all
I'm
right.
gonna move over to the other one
Yeah,
and stab it.
you do that. Make a couple of attacks.
20 to hit.
20 does hit.
All right, I got 10 damage plus 19 damage. Nine of that is radiant.
Yeah, 19 damage. Very nice. Yes.
And she's gonna hit her again.
Hit her again. Say the line, Bart.
29 to hit.
Did you do? Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. You did advantage for the first strike.
Oh, yeah,
I
you
did.
would have had advantage, but it would have been a 29.
Well, and should you roll advantage with this one then? Just all's fit. Or am I freezing?
A little
I
bit.
can
Roll
go
again.
one more for crit,
Yeah,
but
let's just
I
see
mean
if
I
you
already
can
got
crit seek.
29.
Yeah, I mean,
You've hit
might as
twice.
well.
Crit seek,
There we
though.
go. Alright, so on this one I've got 15 piercing damage
Mm-hmm.
plus 6, so 21.
Very nice. Yeah, she is not looking happy with this. How do you do that? Like, you haven't killed her, but what do your attacks look like? She, as Ophelia gets knocked down, she goes, "No! You fiends! That's my daughter you just killed!"
Yeah, well you shouldn't eat fucking people. And then one goes down, and then she kind of like backhands on the way back up.
It's like, I've never eaten a person in my life, though I'd consider changing it for you. As you slash at her chest, opening more gashes in her. Not quite as deep, but you slice off several of the quills. And we go to Morgantha's turn. Morgantha is... it's not going to help her. Yeah, she is going to attack you with her claws. A 20 and a 17.
The 20 hits, the 17 does not.
Very well.
And I'm gonna react to the 17 rather than the 20, please.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Well, then she does 13 damage with her claws. What
So
do you
when
do
she
to the
co-
17?
When she comes round, and you can tell me I'm just flavoring, but you can tell
Love
me
it.
if I can. So when she comes round with the second one with her claws, I like grab her claw and like slice up and under. I use it as a way to
Ooh,
like get an opening.
love it.
Um,
And
So-
cleave into her armpit sort of situation.
yeah. You can why not to make it so 19 to hit.
A 19 does in fact hit. Is this a sort of reaction attack?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one I hate saying.
Riposte.
Riposte. Yeah.
Nailed
So 15 points of damage from the initial roll.
Yep.
Plus
2d8.
2d8. Well, it's actually going to be 3d8
Ooh.
because of my
Hell yeah. Yep.
superiority dice.
Hell yeah.
So that's 20.
20.
So 15 from the first roll,
35.
20 from the next. So 35 total damage. She really didn't like that scratch. She's just like, fucking.
Yeah. Very nice.
I like that spell.
I'm gonna say that that
pretty
takes.
dope, isn't it?
I'm gonna say that takes off her arm. You like go up, you grab the arm and just lop the arm off at the shoulder, and a stream of black ichor just weeps out without anywhere near the like. You're aware that when you do something fairly major like that, the amount of pressure inside a body, it ought to jet out quite with a degree of force. This is sort of just limply, weakly, just piddles out of her stump. You're like, there is not nearly enough blood in you that there should be. Let's see about making even less. Yeah, very good. I think we're back to the top of the order with Smoothie.
Yep. Second verse, same as the first. Let's go with Guiding Bolt, this time at 4th level.
4th level. Very well. She's, I would point out to you, this is just for you, not looking that great.
Fog of War. I think.
Love it.
I think he would
Do it.
still. Yeah.
I support it completely.
22.
To hit?
Yes, sir.
Smoothie, how do you do this?
Well, I got
Well, roll the
28
dice.
damage because rolling dice
Roll-
is fun.
roll the dice.
28.
Yeah, how do you do this?
Yeah. I think he would get her right in the chest, and I don't really. I mean, before anything else happens, I kind of want to. Does it immediately kill her, or is there like a moment?
Oh. I kind of imagine it striking her in the chest, and she begins to glow internally.
Yeah.
So all of the open bits, like the couple of gashes and that stump, start leaking. A pale moonlight. Her mouth opens and her eyes begin to glow a little bit as she sort of cooks from the inside. So you can have a little moment to say something really dope and intimidating, if you like, to her as she burns.
Believe it or not, it's not his instinct once it's all kind of said and done. He just kind of drops and he just kind of goes, "She's okay. She'll be taken care of for what it's worth."
Morgantha looks at you, her eyes filled with hate for one last blink, and then the steaming corpse collapses. Congratulations.
And you say you don't know anything around here to help. I think that was pretty fucking helpful.
Yeah.
All right. Shall we
Trish, your
find
kill
this
counter
sword?
is back to 0.
Good.
I actually will look at Trish and just kind of give her. I don't know if he'd nod, but just kind of give it like an acknowledging, like, just kind of, I see you, kind of thing, and where I think I understand better now, kind of look, and yeah, okay, sword.
Let's check the basement first, make sure no one else is down there, then we'll search this place.
Yeah, good point.
Yeah.
Chet appeared, like Chet's head comes up over Trish's shoulder. Trish, I mean, you didn't take a hit. As your rage fades, it was too fast for them to do anything.
We were efficient, baby!
That was, I mean, that would have been so much harder if you'd had a third hag. They have 6th level magic if the coven is complete. It's. I was like, this really, they're not dangerous in singles. Yeah, but they need 3. It was really smart of you to.
It worked. It worked out. It was not meta.
No, I know. No, I know. It was. Yeah, I liked the way it all played out, but we'll get to that. Yeah. Yeah, looking down in the basement, yeah, Chet sort of appears and says, "Safe."
Yeah, buddy, we're safe now.
And yeah, you look down in the basement. There are no new little animal buddies down there, which is good because the ritual to save them is gone. she destroyed it to stop Chet from doing the thing.
That's true. Ugh.
Fortunately, there are no new animal folk down there, and sadly, no sword either.
Right.
Okay.
Just work our way up and see if we can find it.
Yeah, I'm gonna check stuff.
I think
All three of
all
you
things
make me an
considered-
investigation check.
Unless
Does anyone care if once we've gotten this thing, we just burn this place down so no one else can use it?
I mean,
This has been an eyesore for a long time.
yeah, if that's.
Natural 20 for an 18. Well,
I got
You're the
11.
Barovian, so you do what you want.
Smoothie, Smoothie, two things with a natural 20. It's under Morgantha's bed. You find it actually tucked up. You know, like you look under the bed and then it's in the slats. She's put it under her mattress on top of the slats. So you have to lift the mattress to get the slats, to get it out. But it's right there. Not difficult to find. It resonates with you. You're brimming with holy magic right now. And it just sort of, you get up there and you're like, oh, I can feel it. It's right there. I can just know that.
whose holy magic, out of interest?
It is Ardea. But
I had a feeling.
You said something about Ardea, and you're like your magic was a different
I think he was
colour.
channeling Ardea today. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
However, with a natural 20, it would also occur to you what Bella said before about the destroying the book would be extremely destructive.
Sure.
So if you were going to destroy it anywhere, you wanted to bring this building down.
Fair. Yeah. Okay. If I have a moment alone with the sword, and he will, I'll just assume that because it's more fun.
Sure.
He will just kind of kneel for a second and just go, I really miss those happy sounds in the wood. Thanks for being here with us today. I don't think I can really hold you well. If it's okay, I'm gonna let my friend look after you, but she's gonna do a good job. And I'm talking to a sword. I found it.
Selenox was in the attic, and Trish was in the grinding room, which is why I think Smoothie was alone. You each took a level.
Sure.
And you all come. Trish comes up. Selenox comes down, and he has the thing. Selenox has another sword, unless you're giving it to Trish.
Well,
got to shoot them all.
That's good.
Trish, well, Selenox, I'm actually going to say, Sel, all things considered, I think you like your little pointer a little bit more than anything I could give you, right?
You talking about my swords? I like my swords.
No, I mean the one that I got for you. That's you've been with it a long time. Even with a better sword, you go for that one, right?
Yeah, I like. Yeah, it's sentimental value. All that serves me well. Served me better today. Thanks for that, kid.
Well, Trish, I know you've got your thing, but I don't know swords. But do you want to try it?
Yeah. Trish is gonna take it and sort of like see how it feels in her hand, give it a few like swings.
Trish,
It's a good sword.
as you take hold of it, the blade glows. It's glowing constantly. It emits the light of the sun. And as you take hold of it, this glow changes. It takes on a darker, almost purple hue, and the quillions, which were shaped like wings outfurled, change to a figure 8 on its side. It shifts. And now you are holding a Hathblade.
Cool.
I don't really know him, but I guess he's a fan of you, huh?
Boo. Thank you, Smoothie.
Oh,
This is gonna be useful.
you're welcome.
It is functionally, materially, it is like meta, it's exactly the same, but for flavor. Yeah, hello. What's up? Cool. There is a dead woman that you...
I think an hour's probably passed, correct?
about half an hour. You're only 2 miles away.
Oh, fair enough.
Well, 45 minutes at the outside if you had the sneaking
I did
in.
not prepare sending today. I thought we'd be in for a much bigger fight than that. So we're gonna have to walk.
That's alright. It's not far.
You have the Horton cart here as well.
Oh,
Yeah.
Thunder!
Oh, is my horse okay?
Yeah, your horse is absolutely fine. There is a very full hay trough in front of him, with a big bag of feed next to it. He has been... Is it a boy or a girl? Is Thunder a girl or a boy?
Thunder's a lady, I think.
Okay. So Thunder has been extremely well treated. She has been, not groomed or anything, but she's been if anything, overfed.
Ominous.
They were planning to eat her.
They were definitely going to eat her. They didn't actually need any more human people.
Bella
food
said
for a
as
while.
much.
Yeah, Bella did say that. You can get back. You would probably get back no more than 5 minutes after Bella wakes back up. She is sitting in the rocking chair when you come in. She's talking to Mai. She's actually saying, "Oh, they're here." Smoothie, you would hear her say that. The others probably don't catch that, but like she can hear you coming. When
Fine.
you're coming in,
they're all good in there.
Soot flutters out before he could have heard you, which means she probably told him. And Smoothie, you can hear her say, "Soot, they're coming if you want to go see them." And he flutters out and wraps his tail around Selenox's neck like she wrapped her tail around his a little minute ago. Bella appears at the door. And she says, "This place is different now." There are tears in her eyes.
I'll
like-
go up and hug her. He can't help himself. If she accepts it, he will.
She accepts it. She's like, "Everything is a lie."
Not everything.
I lay in that bed several times.
Yeah, well, I mean, now you can see what's real. Maybe you'll find some stuff that's real that you like a bit better than a imaginary house
Yeah.
full of
The blood of people
Stuff.
I probably helped cook and eat.
The truth hurts, but it's not a bad hurt if you are willing to face it.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I'm gonna, I think, move to Valakai.
Well, that's good news, because mine needs some company.
Yeah.
You might want to work on your cheek muscles if you're moving over there.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I was actually going to see if I couldn't help with that whole thing.
Logistics question: does she look horrifying now? It wouldn't matter to Smoothie, but
No.
I'm curious. Okay.
She is, her clothing was a lot more ragged is a lot more ragged,
Right.
and that did switch over a while ago. Like, the clothing she rocked up in was nowhere near as nice as the clothing she was wearing when you first met her. She is only now, however, just now aware of the ragged state of her clothing. However, she is not a hag.
Okay. Well,
I was thinking, Trish, I understand if you don't want me to have that book, but if I got just a couple of the pages, Smoothie could have a look at them. You could confirm that they're not evil themselves. It's the spell that we put in the pies. There's variations on it. I only want one of them. It's just a mild, make things taste nicer, make things look nicer spell. I wouldn't use any exotic ingredients, but I kind of want to open a pie shop, a real one. So people don't have to travel as far for their pies. And I never have to see the bone grinder ever again.
well, we're working on that.
Oh, yeah? You want to... Oh, do you want to... Okay. So it would be kind of handy to have a few things for a minute, like, you know,
We haven't done it yet.
If I'm
It's
starting
okay.
up a business, I wouldn't mind looting the fuck out of it, to be honest. But,
Sure.
like, if it's anything like this place, then it's probably not very nice, so I may only want the implements. But anything would be handy with starting up a new business.
Trish, what do you think?
Your
So you
call.
want-
I can just make normal pies, but, you know, this place, people need happy as much as they can. And Valakai more than most.
I wouldn't say no to a nice sleep now and then, I'll be honest.
I don't know if this is going to make any difference because I have no way of enforcing it. But could I ask that you tell people what you're feeding them? If you're going to enchant stuff,
Oh,
let people know that they're going to eat something enchanted.
they always knew.
I mean, to be fair, we got told we were eating enchanted pies before we ate them. We just didn't get told about the secret ingredients.
Yeah,
No more secret ingredients, Bella.
no. I
Yeah.
don't have the power.
But I agree. Someone should know before they get a spell slapped on them.
Well, we do. It's on the menu.
I think we're all on the same page.
I don't disagree. No, the effect was far too noteworthy to go under the. I don't think Morgantha did start advertising it until people were like, "Hey, this is magic, right? This is fucking magic." So, but it has been the way for a good long while. That yes, it has, and I don't disagree. Absolutely,
And-
people should know.
What about those fellas who got addicted to the pies?
Well,
Is that because
would-
of those spells?
No, it's because the feeling of happiness is somewhat addictive.
So the
So
pies
they need
that you're
someone to help
making.
them wean them off.
So the pies that you're making, they're going to be addictive shit.
No, well, no more so than anything else that's nice alcohol. You know how Barovians love their wine. But, you know, ethical business practices. Starting on the right foot. That's my
Trish,
plan.
you want to talk about it privately?
Yeah, I can give you some space if you like. She turns to go. Like, she goes to walk up the pathway away from the house.
I'm torn because on the one hand, I don't think it's particularly healthy to frequently alter one's mind. But I also don't think I should be in charge of what other people do. I think people should be aware of what they have, of what they're putting in their bodies. I have no way of trusting that she's going to let them know. So I'm torn. What do you guys think we should do?
I don't see any harm in it if it's recipes that are, well, pages from the book that aren't that potent. She's kind of proven that she's on board with us.
This is a plan. It's quite elaborate. I don't think I understand it.
She, yeah, I mean, she let us kill the only family she's known for quite some time and helped us do it. I think letting her spread a little bit of happiness isn't the end of the world.
You're not wrong, though, about the addictive stuff.
Yeah,
I do.
but who am I to judge? And Selenox takes, like, picks up her flask and, like, just like...
I do think, shit, for what it's worth, I know that I can trust people too easily, but I think she's proven that she'll do what she says.
Well, I don't think we see eye to eye on this particular issue, but I trust my friends, so let's give her the recipes. Why not? And Trish is going to flick through the book for those specific pages, tear them out, not particularly carefully.
You hear that, Smoothie?
What?
We got moved up.
Don't make a big deal out of it, man. Be cool. Actually, he will say so that Trish and Bella can hear. He says, "Bella, do you think we could do a addendum to this plan?"
She trots back down the road. Like, wow, okay, that was a lot quicker than I thought it would be. Okay, hi, yes. What do you want?
Well, Trish, I'm thinking once we do what we need to do here, I think there'll be a lot less reasons to go into dreams. So can we make this we're gonna give you these recipes, but if we get what we're doing done, then maybe we phase them out. Sound okay?
If the need for them goes, what are you guys going to do?
Save the world.
Yeah.
Okay. If the skies brighten and there's no more need for happiness in Barovia, I'll stop making the dream pies. You, for what it's worth, you have my word.
Just make your own recipes after that. They'll be better.
Well, that'll be
'Cause
the
they'll be from
intention
you.
longer term.
Yeah.
This is just a starting point.
Sound good, Trish?
That's a good addendum.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay, now it's time for me to ask another favor.
How many you got left?
Are any of you interested in helping me get some shit to Valakai?
I thought we were going in the other direction.
Oh, never mind then.
I don't know
I'll
where
find
we're
my own
going.
way.
Well, I mean,
We were gonna meet Esmeralda.
well,
She said she'd meet us around here, right?
yeah, I suppose.
Selenox, it's actually at this time that you hear in your head Esmeralda's voice. Hey, hope you have your issue sorted. I would appreciate your help with something, quite urgently. Please meet me on the road down to Barovia. Whoever is available.
All right. Be there soon.
Sure.
I love Selenox has 25 words,
Yeah.
doesn't she? But
Yeah.
like she's just like
Be there
yep.
soon. Cool.
No worries.
It's like, it's not by the letter.
Also,
3, I think,
Haley,
Bishop Blood.
eh,
Yeah. Love and Kisses, Selenox.
was that
Yeah.
was that long enough? Was that
Yeah.
long enough for like no? In terms of was that clear enough? Sorry, that she knows where she means. I need your help on the road to Barovia, as in like the way that we're going
Yeah.
along the road. There's not like a
Yeah.
set point.
I'll meet you there. You head that way, I'll head up it. We'll meet in the middle somewhere.
Ah, well, speak of, Esmeralda needs us. That way. But she didn't sound like it. I mean, I suppose.
No, it's okay. Maya and I'll head. I can probably get Maya to help me carry stuff. Maya's like, yeah, I'm really good at carrying things. Actually, that's like my whole job.
Or maybe a strapping young Terran lad. And like Selenox in a very unsubtle way winks and like
Sure. Do you
Give-
know any?
you don't
smoothie like
you don't want me to come?
nah mate, I always want you to come. I just
She does. That's
Oh.
why she's sending you off with her.
Terrible.
Sorry, I couldn't resist.
yeah, no, that's fair.
Okay. All right. I mean, it does kind of make sense actually, because the road's really dangerous. Okay. Yeah.
I
could probably-
don't have like any magic now. I'm a little bit.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
I can't even.
I-
And she looks at Trish, and she holds up her fingertip, and she focuses on it. And Trish, your magical senses, you can feel that she is trying to magic. And she looks at Trish specifically and says, "I can't even do that anymore." Meaningfully, in that, I cannot now make that picture of your friends that you got upset about.
Yeah, we could always just make it a girls' trip. Can I continue the sending?
Yeah,
Like,
sure. So Esmeralda's like, "Cool, she'll be here in 5," and then about 10 minutes later, goes like,
I'm like,
"Oh, Selenox can send."
You want?
Oh no, she had 22
Selenox is
words
such
left.
a dad. It's just a butt dial. It's like, hang on, sorry, didn't hang up.
you reckon we could handle it without friend, particular Terran friend? He might have something else to do.
You
Important thing.
You hear back. Your assistance would be, yeah, you and Trish is more than enough. If Smoothie is busy.
Esmeralda seems not worried about it. We can make it a girls' trip, Trish.
Sure, why not?
Well, I'm more stoked about that than you are, but that's fine.
Are you guys gonna? Never mind. You'll be fine. Sorry, I just worry. Okay.
And you can take care of yourself.
I'm sure he can
Only
look
for a
after
couple
me.
of days.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Keith is starting to kind of.
You've been to Valakai
okay.
recently. Do you know any good places I could probably set up?
Yes. Looking at her, Trish.
What?
Don't we,
Valakai rental space.
maybe we could run an antique
I
pie
don't care.
business.
I mean, like, do you plan to go back there? You hate it there. She wants to go.
It would have
Why
to be,
not?
I mean, maybe antiques and pies or
Do
something.
you want to
'cause-
live there? Am I missing something?
This is Trish's long-term plan, is to retire to Valakai after killing
Valakai
Strahd.
of all fucking places.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. She may also have to kill the Burgermeister.
Well, look, I'll tell you what. We'll find a place, but at least like that should be open, and we can crash there.
Patricia's
So, we'll go from
pastries
there.
sounds like kind of fun.
I'll let you two worry about that. Let's get our stuff together. Trish, can I borrow you though before I go? I just want to kind of.
What's up?
We've jumped forward in time.
All right, let's go.
We are jumping to the windmill. I think everybody was sort of going back that a ways.
Yeah, that's true. When appropriate, I'll just say this. Your parents are okay. But I don't know who's been hurt by a curse. I'm gonna try and fix it. Esmeralda went. She told me they're both okay, but when we get back together, you're gonna have to tell me more about this situation and who might be affected. And I'll try my best to help. And I'll try and fix it. I'm sorry I let you down.
You have not let me down. This wasn't you. Smoothie, look at me. You have not let me down. Okay? You've been nothing but helpful. Thank you.
You're welcome. But I am still gonna try and help, if that's okay.
I appreciate that.
Okay. Well, we'll go on a trip and I'll let you know what your future rental property's like.
Sure.
Okay. I figured out a little bit about Chet as well, and he'll just go into like detail about things he figured out medically about blah 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 blah.
Yep. So, with the party separating for a little while,
Correct.
Smoothie, Mai, and Bella make their way back down to Valakai with a wheelbarrow laden with cooking implements and supplies, all the stuff that was in no way tainted by the activities up here. The last act is to make a long line of cooking oil towards the waiting book sitting in the center of the kitchen, which I'm going to say Trish lights with her ember lance with a degree of vigor and satisfaction. The flames trickle inside, and it takes a little longer than you'd expect. Sort of everyone's like, does it work? I don't know if it's worked. I'll just go and boom! And the sail shoots off out the front and just flaps down about 200 feet over, like shoots over your head. Everything else just detonates. You are glad that you were as far away from it as you were. You were back toward the road. You were about 100 feet away, and that was for the best.
Sorry, Josh, can I add an addendum? I just thought about this, but this is pretty dope. The fire catches on the windmill sails, and I'm doing this for a specific reason, because I imagine that from Barovia, you can see the mill, correct?
Yeah. Probably.
Titan.
Yeah.
Titan symbol.
Oh, in flame. Yeah.
For
Very
him
cool.
to see.
As the windmill turns a few rotations, its last few rotations, Smoothie thaumaturgy?
Probably just, I imagine he just flies up and makes the oil in the specific formation.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah.
The sails catch and you draw the symbol of Titan on them.
Yep.
It is not an easy thing to draw. It's quite a complicated symbol. It's under Jack's face. If anybody wants reference, the Titan symbol is a wing with a moon and stars.
We'll probably just do the wing.
Yeah.
But we get the idea.
Yeah, you do the bat symbol on this thing, and yeah, very cool. Then Smoothie, Bella, and Mai make their way back down to Valakai, while Selenox, Soot, Trish, and Chet make their way down towards Barovia in search of their friend Esmeralda. And I think we'll leave it there.
I give Smoothie a hat as a goodbye.
Yeah. Smoothie
Definitely
is...
back pats involved.
If
Smoothie
you die,
is-
I'll kill you.
Smoothie is
Noted.
the one pushing the wheelbarrow. He is the strongest of the three of them. And
That's a nice change.
yeah.
You get to be that little, that big, brave barrier a little bit longer.
Okay. I'll make it work.
Trish, you now have a mimic companion. A la what Jack put up in the Hand-Drawn Report.
so good.
With a little addendum. It has a very limited number of forms it can take. Chet has a fear of changing form.
Ah.
Buddy.
He is also very young. He can only become it's a they. There is no gender to it. It probably would identify as female, actually. But they can only become small-sized things. And it will never become a cat again.
Oh yeah, no, that makes sense. Fair enough.
Yeah. Its favored form is raccoon. It could become a backpack or something else like that if you wanted it to. But it prefers to be animate. It idolizes you. And we will discuss exactly what that looks like throughout the week. Yeah.
Amazing.
Because I don't know exactly the rules, but I was just like, this is such a cool idea. I love it. And throughout this episode, you managed to form that bond, which is sort of a couple of the instances of what I was poking you for. Yeah, very, very cool. All right, well, guys, thank you very much for this stream this evening. It's been an absolutely lovely, fun time. Good job slaying the hags. Trisha's got a bunch of new cool shit. And I think we'll do our quick round of favorite moments. So we will do the full, but just try and keep it brief as we go around, because I'm aware Jack is probably wanting to sleep soon. And also Ro. Yeah. So let us do our favorite moments. Can we have a D4 in chat, please, to determine who gets to go first? Yes, we will do those. Bishop Blood rolls a 1. That's a me. Favorite DM moments. That's a me, the DM. Favorite DM moments, guys. This is something we have stolen unapologetically from the dreaded GM, and we are rather fond of it. Literally all of the times.
There was so many though.
I enjoyed the walk back. It could have just been you're heading to the cabin, but I enjoyed the tension of having predators attacking us and predators in our party. So yeah, I enjoyed
Whatever do you mean? Yeah.
I liked you reflavoring the sword for the person holding it, because you didn't have to do that, but it was cool. And for me as a character, it made me feel way more attached to it. It made the moment more impactful. I loved it.
I think for me, it was probably just the way that you played Bella and how Bella reacted to different people. I think probably the highlight of that, though, was her reaction to, I could see, a bit of fear under the eyes of, I'm gonna be dead. Whoa, hang on. And that was very cool. It was a very human moment. But the whole Bella interact with everybody was very sweet.
Yeah, thank you. Bishop Blood says, my guy. Yeah. Mai was... I kind of liked having Mai there as a foil for the tension.
Yes.
Was very interesting and just gave me another being to have a voice that could either break the tension or just be an extra voice in the room when needed. kind of why I like the AI, why I like the NPC name generator thing. I also really liked. I would say probably. No, my favorite me moment was Soot
I was gonna, yeah.
curling around Selenox.
Yeah, that was my other one.
As just in the game, that was my favorite me moment. But I also loved the whole thing with Chet. As a that's kind of messed up DM, like that, but interesting storytelling. I liked that. Yeah. Cool, excellent. Thank you very much, everyone. Let's talk about somebody else. Roll D3 in chat, please. And I'm gonna turn off the sad music. And have happy 2 L's. There we go. A 3. We're talking about Ro. Favorite Selenox, everybody. Favorite Rimments.
Never speak of this.
Yeah.
Oh, it was so good. And I gotta give like a little bonus moment to Selenox trying to be a wingman, which is always hilarious. Just like,
I know a strapping Terran boy.
yeah. It's great.
Saddle,
I liked-
middle name.
I liked seeing you in prey mode. That was so interesting because you were still Selenox, but just it really felt very realistic to how that character would react to being put in that situation. It was fascinating.
Thank you.
The after effect of it too.
Yes. I actually really liked you taking off the sheath that Trish made. And I now imagine it's on your belt.
Just like a tiny little.
A little knife on your belt.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
That's...
I
It's like a
dead
nail
set.
file now.
I dead set. If you hadn't taken it off, it would have been on you and huge.
Oh, I'm so sad.
Nah, this is cuter. This is cuter. I like this version.
You've got this enormous paring knife on your back. I was just like, nah, I'm definitely going to tell them that they missed out on that one, but it's funny. Yeah, no, this is cuter.
It's like a lethal friendship bracelet now.
Yeah, exactly. And they're about to go off on a girls' trip, on a girls' weekend.
Oh, poor Trish. More victims.
And did I have another one? I'd actually say I have a favorite
not
moment.
people
for...
you kill, but cursed victims is what I meant.
My favorite.
Oh yeah! Oh no! I'm getting too attached. You guys are dangerously close.
Yeah. Selenox being the upbeat one was really cool. Selenox having sort of learnt her way around these two variously prickly individuals. And which isn't to say she's not particularly herself, but yeah, it was interesting seeing her be the balancer of between the three of you, which is not the role she is normally obliged to fulfill. So that was very cool. I also have a favorite all three of you moment, because we talked about how great Selenox playing the prey. All three of you lent into the animal that you were really interestingly. Like Jack was doing it last session as well, but this session all three of you were doing it quite, like, allowing it to affect you more. Like when Trish, I know I fed you it to begin with, but when Trish's reaction and this to having caught the mouse or instinctively was very sort of visceral as well. And yeah, that was always very interesting, seeing the way you reacted to this radical change of situation for you.
That's one of my favorite Trish moments. I got cat regret. Why is my tongue?
Does it have spines? Yeah. But we're not talking about Rach. We're talking about Ro. Ro, favorite self.
True.
I really enjoyed doing the guarding of the house, and the mouse heightening in anxiety as she like moved around the window. And yeah,
it's been
yeah, and
talked
then like my I don't know if anyone, yeah, the I did at the end there. I did a Sheldon Cooper, the like
Too loud?
Trish,
Sorry.
Trish. It was like the 3-door
Gotcha.
knock. But yeah, I enjoyed the yeah.
Bishop
I
Blood says
did.
the physical acting. Yeah, absolutely. Glorious. Well, for D2, I'm going to roll it because I've got a D2. This side is Rach. It's Smithy. Favorite Jack moments. Yeah.
I enjoyed the transition from the from the confident Tassie Devil back into Smoothie, and I enjoyed like that you kept some of it as you transitioned and got to do a couple of things that maybe Smoothie has wanted to do for a little while but hasn't been able to.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I enjoyed that.
It's gotta be the Titan symbol on the windmill. That was so good. Both an act of worship and a fuck you to Strahd. Beautiful.
Yeah. I've got to say,
I was pretty proud of that.
just prior to that, worshipping the sword, flavoring the magic to Ardea, and then having that little chat with her. Yeah, that was very, very cool. Yeah, I think that was my favorite Jack. Favorite self.
I've written down helmet care, which was looking after little Chet, and I think that feeds into the other thing, which is that I think they still have work to do, but like Trish and Smithy are finally willing to bridge that gap, which is the difference. And to what Rose said, basically him being able to take that kind of confidence and that zest that the Tasmanian Devil had and just kind of go like, okay, well, look, we might be dead any fucking day. Get it off your chest. You'll probably feel better. Just like the energy with the fucking cage is like, oh, well, I want to run. So you do. And then like, you know, like, fuck it. Like life happens. And it was a really fun, the whole thing was great. I had a great time this episode. It was a good time.
And I saw that last little bit of it was, hey Trish, by the way, your mum and dad are alive. Yeah. That was the time to bring that shit up. And yeah.
He was looking for a reason to do it, an excuse to do it, but like he was like that was like it wasn't going to get any better than that.
Also, she's about to go and see somebody who also knows this fact, and you kind of want to give her that information before she goes and sees Esmeralda, who may not deal with it as subtly as Smoothie because she doesn't know that Trish doesn't know yet.
Yeah. True.
So it's for the best that she knows this now.
I didn't think about it like that, but you're right.
The real
Covering
Meerkat
my
Manor,
ass.
thank you very much for the follow, you bloody champion. Avast, matey, you wee scallywag. Excellent. Guys, we need to talk about favourite Rach moments. Favourite Rach moments in chat as well, if you have them. Number 1 on the dice. Thank you, Bishop Blood. Yes. I'm going to go first. I love when when Trish gets angry about something and I'm not sure what it is. Like, Trish is a little unpredictable, even for me as a DM, and I have DM'd her for well over 70 episodes now. And I'm still struggling to predict exactly what's going to shit her to tears. And like in the break, I was like, "Why is Trish mad at this woman?"
I put my finger on it now. I've figured it out. You know what it is?
Please tell me.
Here's the thing. To me, to Trish, she was complicit in body horror happening to us.
Sure.
In something viscerally awful.
Mm-hmm.
And then she kept being cutesy about it. And I'm like, you're meant to be contrite about this. And then whenever she tried to endear herself to me or to anyone, it just felt so false and disgusting. Because I'm like, oh, they're so sweet. No. You did a disgusting thing to me. It's not cute. Fix it now. Like, it just felt so icky. That's That's
Yeah,
why
I
it rubbed
get
me
that.
the wrong way.
Yeah,
I was
okay,
like, no,
okay.
no,
Yeah.
this ain't cute. You're
You're
not
you're in
cute.
a form you don't want to be, and you're also being patronizing about it.
It felt awful.
I get
Anyway,
it.
that's what it was.
Okay, interesting. Yeah. Yeah, because it
Valid.
felt very when she was like you jumped out to scare her. It felt very playful. Like your very
I'm allowed
first.
to be playful. I'm coping. You're not.
But she's like, oh, okay, we're being playful. All right, I'll be playful back. Oh, I'm not allowed to be playful. It's just Trish is allowed to be playful. All right, okay. Because
That's
she
right.
was very much taking your lead on that, which is why she was surprised.
Listen.
I get the position. I get the perspective. It's actually very understandable. I get it.
Trish's, no, it was completely fair as well. And yeah, Smoothie had his own reasons for feeling the way he did. And Selenox has her own reasons for reacting in a slightly less, like, completely offended by this person's mere existence sort of way. But Trish has seen a lot more shit. And her tolerance in Barovia for people who are acting less than morally is lower. Evidently.
I guess.
Because this was another instance of Josh as the DM going, wow. And like similar to Hendrik, the coffin maker, I was just like, wow, you guys, I don't think know the whole story, and you are possibly being meaner than I expected you to be. Yeah.
I
but
wasn't.
No, you were not. But yeah.
That's on me. That's not a Trish thing. That was Smoothie being a. I'm not even gonna say a jerk. Just very upset.
Learning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Being 17.
But no, it was very interesting. It was a cool choice. It was well thought out. It made sense in character, and it made the story a lot more interesting. It wasn't just a, oh yeah, no, we'll totally accept you. It made her have to prove herself to you, which was far more interesting.
Which wasn't the worst idea if she did turn out to be a traitor.
No,
So that worked out.
And really pushing for I don't see why you have to continue doing this. And it made the balance between Selenox and Trish very interesting. Of Selenox going, no, I actually think this is, having been here a little longer, no, it's not the worst idea. And yeah, just Selenox's perspective and Trish's was very interesting to see the two of them. And yeah, I really liked it as a choice.
Go ahead, Brett. Go ahead.
I think all of mine are about animals, but I've got the meow.
It's here. Meow.
But I enjoy it as well, like, because like I like cats when they want something and they do that meow meow, the
Meow.
repetitive kind of thing, and I love
can't
that.
relate
Like
to that right now at all.
Yeah, in the dialogue around it, as well as like saying the meows. The dialogue had that same vibe to it of the like cat saying "feed me" in that moment, and I thought that was very cool.
Jack?
Yeah, I have cat regret, which I already said, but look, it was just it was great to finally get that. I know that I've talked with Rach in the past about like that confession was very much weighing upon the character's mind, and it was nice to find an appropriate moment to get it out there, and it was played superbly well. Like it was really great to be in that scene with you, Rachel. Thank you for being with me there. It was great. I enjoyed it a lot, and I look forward to seeing where the relationships go from there, because it was dope. It was like probably one of my favorite scenes of the whole campaign so far, actually. Yeah.
It was definitely I did have a second, was the Smoothie look at her.
Yeah.
Because that was physically acted from both of you, and it was great. The brutal takedown of Ophelia, says Bishop Blood. The answer to why did Chet do that, he wanted to get back to Trish, and Trish hadn't moved out of the circle. It also was not obvious that the circle was still active. He hadn't been told not to, so he did. Rach, favourite self?
Oh, I had a lot of fun. But I guess Reacting to Chet being hurt was fun for me to do. Just I didn't realize how much I cared, and then he got hurt, and I was like, no. That was fun for me.
I have made you care. Do you love this creature?
Oh, fuck you.
What's wrong with you, Josh?
It's a fair question, Meta, but
I
I
would
know
say
that's
Definitely
Aw.
do. You care about this creature more than you care about Smoothie and Selenox at the moment, I would have thought.
I had my guard up
Well,
with them. I
that's-
wasn't expecting to love this weird little statue.
like that's not a fair comparison. It's just like you know, like I enjoy you. I don't love you people as much as my animals. Like it's a different vibe.
No. I know. I was being facetious. I'm not sure if I was being facetious. I was definitely
Accurate statement.
I was poking the lion. Is what I was doing. I did have another fave, and it was more to focus on what I was saying before about Trish and Bella. Was the look of anger when she was like, I can help, and the length of time it took you, even though you had this mewling, crying, injured creature in your arms, the length of time it took you to say yes was just cool. Was just well acted. I could see Trish thinking.
Great story beat. Yeah.
Excellent. Well, we have been here for a gosh darn while, so we should probably go away from here now and raid somebody. But guys, first of all, we need you to remind us who the heck you have all been. Rach, who the heck are you? And where can we find your book?
Hello, my name is Rachel Fukar. I'm a writer, actor, creative trash at large. You can find me on various social media at Rachel Fukar, where I will tell you if I do creative things. Creative things such as the book that I wrote called The Rings of Mars, which you can get right now on the internet. It's a sci-fi book. They're trying to get to Mars. Things go badly. And if you get it, I will cradle you in my arms like a sweet, fluffy raccoon who I love. That is the energy I will transfer to you if you get the book.
Like an adorable little ball of amorphous flesh.
I won't even care if you have a gaping maw. That's how much I love you.
Yeah. Jack, who the
Feel
heck are you?
attacked. Yeah.
You don't have a gaping maw.
Depends on what angle you're looking at. So, yes. Hello, everybody. My name is Jack O'Brien. You can find me on all the socials and on Twitch at JackSquarePeg, where we do RPG edutainment as well as the occasional video game potluck. You can also find me on. I'm tired as fuck. Did I already say Dungeon Master for Hire? I think I did.
Yeah.
Otherwise, if I didn't, www.dungeonmasterforhire.com.au. Thank you.
All right. Ro, who the heck are you?
Hi, I'm Roro, and despite the name, I have little to nothing to do with boating. You can find me here on Mondays, sleepily.
Like a BBC announcer. We have nothing to do.
Hello.
With boating.
And I have nothing to do with boating.
And back to you, Steve.
Thanks,
You
Ro.
can also-
Shocking report.
It's gonna rain.
You can also find me on Instagram at Crowdventurers to see photos of my dog Charlie with the large ears, my many travel adventures, and any upcoming projects.
It's marvelous.
That's all from me.
Thanks, Ro. Ladies and gentlemen, mesdames et messieurs, and dames under herren and beings of indeterminate gender and persuasion, I have been Josh the Pirate. You can find me here on my channel, Corsair's Curve, where I run D&D and other RPG-related games with my lovely wife, the Mother of Bunnies, and all of my splendid friends. The next week, there is a forecast of Baldur's Gate 3 on Tuesday night, with a slight chance of it again on Thursday night. Before the main event on Sunday night, we begin International Talk Like Josh. I can't be bothered anymore. International Talk Like Josh the Pirate charity marathon with a bunch of amazing streamers coming to play silly games with us to raise money for childhood cancer support. It's absolutely, it's going to be awesome. Jack won't be there, sadly, but otherwise it'll be great.
Jack won't be there because it's his birthday.
Will be my birthday. I will be in Europe.
True.
I will be
So
in London.
we have to say happy birthday, Jack.
Happy birthday!
We're not doing the singing because it's impossible on Zoom. Do you want it? Do you want it? We can do it.
I will save the hellscape for another day.
Happy
birthday.
I know! Isn't it strange
It's
that
the
they have the
fucking worst.
same birthday, Dan and...
Well, every day of the year. Yeah, it's odd.
Yeah.
Wild.
Odd that.
It's crazy.
Well, guys, we have been streaming for a
seeing
gosh darn
Shakespeare,
while.
actually. It'll be fun.
Ooh, fucking
Yeah.
cool.
I'm going to be turning 32 in the globe.
Nice.
I'm wearing a globe t-shirt.
Yeah! That's
Hurrah!
cool.
The globe is fun.
Yeah.
Well, we are going to raid our lovely friends over at the Eldritch Scribe, ladies and gents. So, throw your favourite raid emotes up in chat. Tell the Eldritch Scribe where you came from. Show them the love like you always do. And we will see you same bat time, same bat channel tomorrow night for some more Baldur's Gate 3. And then Sunday evening, be there. And probably be a nerd as well. All right. We are going to go away now, guys. Say goodbye, everybody. Oh, wait, I actually didn't click my own name. There you go. If you want stuff about me, there it is. No, wait for it. Say happy birthday, everyone.
Happy birthday, everyone.
everyone.
Whee!